Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Jumpa lagi sama gua. Di hari ini kita bakal melanjutkan untuk Archon quest yang ada di Fontaine, karena gue udah nunda beberapa waktu, bahkan banyak waktu. Jadi kita langsung aja menuju ke quest Archon Fontaine. Oke guys, bersama Nahida di sini. Gue tuh paling suka sama Nahida. Nih, lihat ini nih. Duduk ya. Coba duduk nih, coba. Pop. Ada suara-suara pop gitu loh guys. Itu ya Allah, detail yang gimana ya, menurutku detail yang bagus gitu kan. Ada pop. Bisa aja yo first nih mah. Halo kak, halo. Hey yo, halo guys. Kabarin ya kalau udah dapat Kazuha. Oke, bye. Oh ya guys, kalian udah ngucapin ulang tahun belum ke siapa? Ke Ala Hitam. Ala Hitam sekarang kan ulang tahun ya. Terima kasih Ala Hitam. Dikasih kita guys, dikasih hadiah sama Ala Hitam. Nah habis itu gue mau lihat ini dulu sebentar. Oke. Nah selesai. Berarti kita bakal langsung aja untuk menuju ke benteng ini. Sumpah sih ini benteng bikin gue pusing bejir. Ini ada di mananya ya bentengnya? Oh di sini ya. Ini bukan ini. Ya udah deh kita lewati pakai ini aja, teleport. Param, 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 param. Oh yeah, ke bawah. Weh, bener kan bawah sini kan ya?
Hey,
Kita tanya.
isn't that Vidoc over there? Huh. Is it just Paimon or are there fewer people?
Hi Vidok, are you okay or not?
Seeing you at this time must mean you've already saved up a lot of credit coupons. Or at least enough to skip work. Seems you're getting into the swing of things around here. Impressive.
So, now can you tell us about the hidden rule?
If that's what you wanted.
Huh?
Leonid and those other pesky broke urchins have all gone to work in the production zone.
We get it. Just tell us.
So, you know those pipes that make strange sounds?
Jangan
Don't
sekali-sekali
ever,
pergi dekatnya
ever
di
go
malam
near them
hari,
at night.
bahkan misal kalian
Even if you manage to avoid the guards.
Something even more terrible.
A group of cannibals.
kerumunan kanibal.
Cannibals? In the
Every month, they meet a few times in the dead of night. Rumor has it they might be connected to the people that have disappeared here. But what's even scarier is that they have a special proclivity. Since they have no way to dispose of the leftover remains, they have ways to transform them into...
Paimon might already know what you mean by other forms. So that's what's going on here.
You two look pretty skeptical. I've got things to do too. I suggest you just act like I...
Sebenarnya di benteng ini tuh apa ya?
Can we just
Kenapa
trust him
setiap
on this
kali
one?
tuh ada aturan tersembunyi
Paimon
terus
doesn't
gitu
want
loh?
her blood and flesh and tomb. Oh, so that's how you see the situation, huh? When will all the secrets end?
Juru.
Vidoc isn't here, but the guys who went to work in the morning are back. Let's go ask them.
Just stay.
Ih, gitu banget.
What? What are you saying?
Ini kenapa kita
What are you talking about? Listen,
didengerin orang kayak gini mulu bejir.
Their attitude sure is suspicious, like they're trying to avoid us. But if they're being so obvious about acting weirdly, do you think that... Oh, this is all getting way too creepy for Pine. So you mean we still need to...
Ini bagian atas ya? Oh iya lebih tinggi ya. ke orang itu. Ke siapa? Tanya penjaga di mes. Bang. Tanya dong.
What do you want? Criminals like you ought to be
We just want to ask you, have you ever discovered anything odd?
Why are you asking about something like that? Whatever happens at night isn't your concern.
Well, right. We've heard it happen.
Really? I see. But now that you mention it, I recall my colleagues talking about something like that before. They say that strange things tend to happen at night on...
So, what happens at night on...
And they just conduct regular cleaning of the fortress's drainage facilities. There are 3 pipe cleaning days per month, and it just so happens that today is one of the scheduled days. You can try to confirm the...
Oh, okay. Then we'll keep both ears out tonight.
If that's all, then I'll be leaving now. I advise you not to try anything funny, though. Even if I'm not on duty tonight.
Don't worry, we don't want any time added to it. Oh, he left. So what do you think about the pipe cleaning days he mentioned? Right, both are a possibility. But Fielding did say that tonight is a cleaning night. I knew you would say that. Alright, sounds like we'll be up on...
Oke. Tidur ya? Ini tidur kita. Oh iya. BTW ini cuman 2 sana sama sini.
I'm so tired. But we can't sleep yet. They'll be cleaning the pipes to... Whatever. Just be sure to wake... Huh? Traveler? Did you fall asleep already?
Wah, ini kena visionnya si Tatang lagi kayaknya. Oh, 3 orang yang kemarin ya? Yang kemarin kita tanyain. Hah?
Traveler, come on, wake up!
Dia lewat situ berarti ya?
Oh, it looks like you were just peacefully sleeping to Paimon. Well, what did... Really? So we're finally starting to figure... Okay, well it's about time...
Oke. Oh, kekirain gak bisa lihat karakternya. Sana ya, bawah kak sih?
Shh, careful. We'll get in trouble if the guards catch us.
Oh, kita nggak boleh ketahuan penjaga ya? Ya udah, bijir teleport aja. Sebelah mana sih? Atas ya? Ya, iya dong, atas dong. Ke daerah Aigo. Ada penjaga gak tuh? Ada penjaga gak nih? Kata Paman kan gak boleh ketahuan penjaga. Ya. Ya Allah, ini anak. V, pergi ke lokasi pipa yang digosipkan. Ke sini ya? Lewat sini boleh gak sih? Gak bisa anjir. Wow. Berarti mending lewat sini gak sih? Gak bisa teleport, harus selesaiin ini dulu. Ow.
Careful. We'll get in trouble if the guards catch us.
Yap sih.
Uh-oh, they spotted us.
Sumpah sih, gue kirain lewat belakang gak ketahuan loh. Ternyata harus lewat bawah ya. Padahal Naida udah sekecil ini. Bapak Naida tuh udah sekecil ini, Bapak. Oh. Oh.
This should be the place.
Yes, this is ya. Ayo bocil. Halo guys. Guys, minta saran dong itu dong. Navia. Oh, Navia. Oh. Navia. Mana anjir yang satunya? Kenapa kagak kelihatan? Halo Kak, halo, hai guys, hai. Hai Rehan, hai Seng, hai Izinix, hai Furfur, hai Nevi. Ini kok gak kelihatan ya gue di gue ya? Oke. Kita bakal lihat. Oh, Navia. Pada banyak yang bilang Navia ya. Navia. Oh, oke. Navia terbanyak ternyata. Kenapa alasan kalian pingin kasih Navia, guys? Daripada Navia.
I know you. You were the one.
You've got guts.
You'd better leave now. Ain't nobody.
What you say? Yeah. So what if they were?
Hey, what's the point of all those rumors?
Gue lagi ngerjain Archon quest yang di Fontaine ya guys ya, kalau kalian belum tahu.
I don't have to tell you anything. If you turn around, go back to the dormitory.
Yeah, scram. Nothing worth seeing here.
Anda mencoba membodohi saya?
Huh?
No.
Isn't that exactly what boss said when he left?
Hey, do you know our boss? Oh, we had no idea our boss was such a big... So, did he have you come here?
Oh, so your child's crew here? Seems like he had no problem fitting in.
We're the only
Okay.
ones who heard him say those words when he left that night. So unless he... All right.
Wow, those dreams of yours sure come in handy.
Came in handy. Malam Kak, hai malam. Hai Vocalors, halo. Terima kasih ya udah hadir. Di akun kedua belum punya Navia aku Kak. Oh, di akun yang pertama udah punya
Gave him
Navia
the
berarti.
business for a while and would always give him a hard time when he first came to the fortress of Maripede.
Sebenarnya enaknya itu Navia apa Navia ya. Cuman kalau gue pikir-pikir ya, cari artefaknya si Navia tuh gampang ya. Terus Navia juga skillnya juga bagus, burstnya dia dan juga elemental skillnya damage-nya juga lumayan. Tapi Navia juga seru maininnya gitu loh, kayak kita main tembak-tembakan gitu. Cuman ya gitu, artefaknya carinya domainnya bukan resin yang apa? Domainnya tuh bukan resin yang apa sih kalau orang bilang efektif gitu loh, bukan yang resin efektif banget. Sedangkan kalau di domainnya si Neophyllid itu bisa resin efektif karena bisa ambil punyanya Medsos terus sama punyanya Furina Golden Troop, ya nggak sih?
But here in the fortress, the strong will always earn. He was working the longest hours and racking up. You could always see how amazing he was. So eventually, we all decided to follow.
Ikut
One day,
dia. Oh.
he suddenly told us that he had to find a way to escape this place. No. And as his crew, if the boss wants something, then it... So, we got to work and use the hidden rules that were here to make up. We just wanted to give him a better chance of escaping on a night
Kalau
after the
tim
pipes had
Nopal
been cleaned.
bener. Kalau tim Nopal solo main DPS, sementara Navia butuh tim elemen. Oh. ampas seperti Crimson. Iya, domainnya Navia tuh agak ampas guys daripada domain lain. Sebenarnya banyak domain ampas di Genshin gitu loh. Cuman domain yang gak ampas tuh domain Inazuma, si Minawa Emblem itu, terus sama domain si Golden Troops itu, terus sama si domain domain si Nahida, penyanyi Nahida. Jadi dapat di boot sama yang satunya lagi tuh apa gue lupa. Buat aktifin pasifnya. Sebenarnya gini loh guys, banyak ya di Leakers tuh bilang bahwasanya si Navia itu bakal rerun sama si Yelan, dan si si Kazuha itu bakal sama si Neuvillette, terus si Furina itu bakal sama si Arlecchino. Nah, gue tuh bingung ya sebenarnya ya, Navia Yelan itu mending ambil siapa gitu loh. Buat eksplorasi Yelan enak, spiral juga bisa. Navia masalahnya gue juga butuh DPS. Ambil Kazuha yang CC udah dapat kalau andaikan dapat nanti. Kalau andaikan dapat ya. Terus habis dapat Kazuha, gue pengen ambil DPS lagi. Nah, Neuvillette itu kan di satu. Neuvillette kan ada di satu Neuvillette itu ada di satu pace sama Kazuha ya menurut Leakers. Wait, Yelan? Iya, katanya masih menurut Leakers aja. Menurut Leakers aja. Jangan terlalu dipercaya. Cuman kalau emang bener ya antara Navia sama Yelan itu mending siapa? Kemarin ada drama apa? Drama banyak.
Oh, thanks to your rumor, nobody would want to come anywhere near here, prisoner or guard. Wow, it sure is easy, but has a child already escaped? Why are you all...
Because as far as we know, the pipe he went into isn't actually an exit. It should
Harusnya
be. It
jalan
leads to an
buntu.
abandoned factory area. And even if there were a way to escape from there into the sea, we're still way too deep. But boss still insisted on going in, so we told him that we'd pretend as if he never existed while he was, and that if he wanted to come back, he should wait for nighttime on a pipe cleaning
Kalau mau
day.
balik lagi,
That
tunggu
way,
sampai malam
we
hari
could meet him
pembersihan
here
pipa. Kami
and
akan
help
jemput
cover
dia
the
dan
whole
bantu
thing
tutupin
up.
semuanya. Mending Yelan sih kak. Kalau Liran kan udah ada Singchu. Iya sih, buat main double hydro ya sama Nahida bisa. Sama Furina juga bisa nanti double hydro sama si Yelan sama si... Tapi gue rencana mau ambil Furina guys. Cuman gue belum ada healer yang bagus. Gimana dong?
So you come and wait here through the night a few times a month just because of that promise?
Yeah, but it's been so long now. We already know in our hearts that he must have managed to escape somehow.
Masalahnya di PES ke depan itu bakal banyak banget karakter-karakter yang bagus. Ya kan, seperti Furina. Terus habis itu Kazuha. Terus habis itu ada juga si Neuvillette. Kalau memang benar itu beneran yang dibilang Leakers itu beneran, itu karakter-karakter yang bagus sih menurutku guys. Furina, Neuvillette, Kazuha, itu karakter-karakter yang bagus sih itu. Dan 3 karakter itu seenggaknya harus punya kan. Gue yang bingung anjir. Primo gue cuma berapa? Berharap dapat 3 karakter. Ya kalau 10 dapat mah gak apa-apa. Tapi ini sudah lama sekali sejak saat itu. Kami yakin bos sudah berhasil kabur.
Is it also possible that something...
Nothing could ever defeat boss or slow him down.
Okay.
It's one thing we know for sure.
Okay. Paimon was just brainstorming possibilities.
All right. Keep quiet and follow us.
Baiklah, ikuti kami dan jangan bersuara. Tenang, Archon tidak mengecewakan. Pagi, hai Kak Subcribe. Mending Yelan sih kau. Kalau Furina sedikit lama memunculkan partikel hydronya. Tinggal kebutuhan tim kakak masih butuh apa? Gue butuh Furina. Oke. Nahida, bocil kekuatan.
The way up from here has been sealed off. It's impossible to get through.
Tapi kalau disuruh antara Navia sama Neuvillette, kayaknya gue Navia deh guys. Kayaknya ya. Habis ini ya gue liatin karakter gue ya. menurut kalian tuh gue butuh apa aja ya. Ini nih, oh belum bisa. Habis ini kita udah bisa jalan atau apa, gue bakal tunjukin karakter gue tuh gue butuh apa sih, DPS, support atau yang lainnya.
Boss left by going down from here. It wasn't full of water. Later, we came back hoping to have a look. That's when we found out it's impossible to navigate unless you're...
Do you think Child got trapped by the...
Not likely. We all know that Boss was an incredible...
Really? Then have him come investigate. Pronto. Just be sure to tell it.
It's getting late. We should leave before the guard...
Yeah, we learned a lot about what happened to Child here.
Oh, kita balik ke sini lagi. Nah, ini gue tunjukin dulu ya guys ya. Karakterku. Oh, jangan di sini. Di bagian ini aja. Ini karakter. Anjir, bukan. Arsip karakter yang bener, bejir. Ini urutinnya kepemilikan aja ya, berdasarkan kepemilikan karakter. Nah, gue udah punyanya nih doang nih. Tuh. Menurut kalian gue kekurangan apa? Support gak sih guys? Furina, Yelan dong. Furina, Yelan, Kazuha. Kalau main sama Furina, dia kan mainnya HP-nya naik turun ya, bisa pengaruh juga ke pepartian kita. Bisa nurunin HP. Jadi butuh kayak Jin atau butuh healer yang bisa langsung ngebuff memulihkan darah satu tim gitu loh. Nah, gue tuh belum ada Yelan dong. Belum ada si Jin, cuman ada Mika. Mika pun itu bisa jadi support kan. Ada Bennett doang. Ada Bennett. Charlotte bisa sih jadiin buat si Furina Charlotte tuh bagus sama Furina nggak sih guys? Kalau Kazuha nanti kemungkinan bisa gue kasih ke Raiden juga. Terus sebenarnya Raiden nasional juga udah lengkap. Tapi gue butuh Kazuha sih kayaknya di Raiden juga. Menurut kalian seperti apa? Kurang sub DPS. Sub DPS tuh siapa aja? Raiden tuh sub DPS gak sih Raiden? Raiden tuh bukan sub DPS ya? Atau dia DPS? Bergabung dengan party pada tanggal 9 bulan 1 2024. Ayat tuh tanggal 7 bulan 12 2023. Oh, ada gininya ya. Naida tanggal 3 bulan 2 2024. Oh gitu. Navia, Furina, Kazuha jelas ambil ya kan. Yelan, apa Mbak Yelan ya? Gue bingung sih. Yelan tuh bagus kayaknya di spiral. Cuman ya Allah, masa gue mau ngelewatin si Furina sih? Gue pengen ngumpulin Archon dulu masalahnya. Gue pusing. Yelan or Furina ya? Ini deh pertanyaannya gue ganti deh. Jangan deh, kalau Yelan Navia kalian pasti Yelan sih. Yelan Furina coba. Yelan Furina. Aduh, gue pusing bejir. Atau lah PES kedua aja belum kita lalui ya kan ya di Genshin ya. Masih di PES pertama dan ini pun masih 8 hari lagi. Ini masih di PES pertama juga dan kita juga belum laluin di PES kedua. Jadi ditunggu aja kebenaran untuk banner-banner yang lainnya juga. Kita tidur dulu ya guys. Tidur.
We finally learned some key information. Seems all of our investigative work has finally started to pay off.
Nah iya guys, sebenarnya bagus. Ya bagus Furina sih emang. Furina top tier untuk saat ini sih pertama. Untuk ngebuff beberapa tim di partian kita gitu loh. Tapi iya tetap Furina sih, gue bakal ambil Furina. Cuma ya itu tadi Navia or Yelan deh, coba Navia or Yelan atau Navia or Yelan deh. Akhirnya dapat info berharga, lumayan penyelidikan kita akhirnya memuahkan hasil.
When you said you knew a diver, you were talking about Fermine, right? If we ask
Maksudnya
Linny, he'll
Ferminate
definitely
kan?
have
Tanya
Fermine
Linny
help
yuk.
us.
Oh iya, bisa tanya ke Linny ya. Bisa bantuin tuh Ferminate tuh
Why
nyelam.
is child like this? What was he doing going into the pipes? Not making
Nanti
our
kalau
job
ketemu kita
easier,
tanyain ya,
that's
Mon
for
ya.
sure. Fortunately though, it seems like it's only a matter of time now that we can finally relax. I'm starting to feel
Quest selesai yang ini. Kita dapetin Primo kah di sini?
It's morning already. Paimon still needs more sleep.
Kok jadi ikutan ngantuk, Mon?
Huh? Wait, look over there. Isn't that? It's one of Linny's cards. Let Paimon see what's written on it. Maybe you haven't heard, but today is the monthly free day. It's been a while since we last talked. Have you been making any progress lately? Today's
Okay.
a lucky day. We have the day off. From the sound of it, Linny's been making progress with his. We still have some time before we.
Oke, capture kedua bagian keempat, percepatan bencana alam. Yup. Kita lihat dulu ya. Apa sih ini? Bukan. Kita lihat dulu ini ya. Ya, percepatan bencana alam. Menyelam di air keruh. What is this? Menyelam di air keruh.
What they say is true. You have to see the world for yourself to appreciate how beautiful it is.
Iya, Nahida. Tuh, gue suka Nahida tuh ini loh guys. Awal-awal gue sukanya. Dapat alhamdulillah. Ini yang gue kejar tuh sebenarnya intermittent fate-nya yang kita kejar kan sebenarnya. Karena ngumpulin 160 tuh juga cukup pusing. Pam. Oke. Ya udah, jangan main ayunan mulu. Kerja. Kalau gak kerja nggak makan kamu ya. Gue ngerasa kayak mengeksploitasi si Naida anjir. Serasa kayak mengeksploitasi anak kecil loli ini. Maaf ya Daya, karena gue baru dapat kamu jadi seneng aja gitu. Kita ke siapa sih? F-nya. Di bawah ya? Nggak juga sih ini di. Oh. Iya di bawah anjir. Oh, gak meninggalkan tuh anak. Kagak deh kayaknya deh.
Look, there are some people talking over there. Let's listen in on the conversation.
Halo, boleh review kah? Boleh, tapi nunggu ini gua bebas dulu ya. Maksudnya bebas untuk lihat-lihat karakter. Jelas Furina kah? Buffer damage. Oh, bingung. Top up lah, nggak ada uang. Ada ada pinjol. Ginjal masih 2 kan? Kurang tuh Kak Paradox tuh. Gila, gue disuruh pinjol anjir. BTW si Tri kocak kemana ya Kak? Tumben gak nongol. Si Abah kalau nggak salah lagi ada keperluan sebentar dan bakal telat datang. Kalau si Furina kemungkinan lagi marah karena kemarin gue unfull Genshinnya. Terus kalau si Kuhaku gak tahu juga kemana anaknya. Tuh banyak yang lagi ngobrol di sebelah sana. Kita coba dengar deh. Oke.
If you ask me, those pompous parasites on the surface act like they're all a bunch of aristocrats.
Mana ada?
Don't even give half a hoot about.
Hey, speak for yourself, mate. I'm no dog.
Oh, you think you're special or something? If you're here, then you're just a convict like the rest of us. I've heard that even if you're released after serving your sentence, going back to life on the...
I don't buy that.
Hey, how cool would it be if the whole world was destroyed by a giant flood and everyone had to start over from nothing?
What kind of filthy bilgewater are you spewing? I have family up there. You best shut your sewer hole with talk like that.
I like you.
Listen, Things ain't so great on the surface, but who says that you have to leave? I've heard that you can still stay here and work even after you've served your sentence. Not bad if you ask me.
I like you.
Who wants to live in the ruddy overworld anyway?
And what makes you think they want to hire someone like you? That's one of the great mysteries of the
Whoa. Sounds like they're really unhappy about the overworld. Speaking of which, Paimon never heard anyone use the words overworld or underworld when we were living up there. Is that
Overworld,
only
underworld.
something the inmates down here say? That's true.
Oke. Ke sana. Paling dekat sana sih. Oh, ini resepsionisnya, kita masuk dari awal dari sini tuh ya.
There's a group of people over there. Let's go.
So I said, that's not a faucet. Hey,
Oh, sorry for eavesdropping. Sounds like you were talking about something.
What's the matter? They're just looking to join in.
hey, don't pretend like it's okay for them to just interrupt us like that. Fine.
You hear that, Quisto? What?
Your expressions tell me you're
Quisto.
looking to hear some
Quisto.
juicy info, am I right? But before that,
Really? Are we there?
you're kidding. How often does anyone get a personal tour led by His Grace himself?
A little mistake, huh? I like the way you put it. You see, people with a good attitude.
You're...
I'm Quisto, and this is Laveroon.
Laveroon.
People usually call us the Bombshell Bros, but don't worry.
Bomberman?
We're not playing with bombs or anything. It's just that...
So, you two really like to go...
No. You don't get it. Knowing intelligence will make things better for you here. For example, knowing who's working with whom. Whoa, all this info's worth...
I don't mind him. Quisto, the welfare meals. Talk about the welfare meals.
Right. That meal we...
Is that so? To tell you the truth, I've been helping out with making those welfare...
Oh, so you're the one who made those delicious steaks. Amazing.
You are correct. I am a true professional. Since you like my cooking, I guess that means we share similar...
Laveroon ngedip ke sini ya. Maksudnya jangan tersinggung dia asli punya
Listen,
beko.
kids. The power structure within the fortress is quite complicated. You've already met the one person here you should never cross, the Duke, Risley. He
The
knows
Duke
more than
Risley.
you think.
Kenapa
And if
namanya
he doesn't
Risley?
care about something, then he
Padahal di sini
often doesn't bother dealing with it.
Risley, tapi namanya Risley.
Those who have the Duke's attention get all kinds.
I know who you mean. It's that Jurier character, right? I don't think there's anything useful about him at all.
But did you know that Churia was a talented researcher from the fun?
I don't care if he was a researcher that could turn dirt into Mora. Once... Speaking of which, the last time I saw him, he was passing by the corridor with Lord...
You mean he hit a woman? Wow.
But that
Jangan-jangan
Lord
yang ada
Bean's
di
also
klinik
quite
itu
the
child.
ugly, you know? She's always gabbing away,
Wait a second. You don't think...
Do you think... Could it be that... They're secretly meeting...
After all, I do remember seeing Lord Bean beat Juria to a pulp that one time.
Jadi Curi pernah bertengkar dengan cewek bernama... Oh, cewek tuh Lord Free-nya. Ya sama sering juga pergi ke klinik. Oke. Siapa tadi yang mau review? Mumpung bebas nih gua. Lanjut story Fontaine. Kak Iya, Kak Yuyun, halo Kak, halo Kak Drum. Hai Kak Yuyun, hai. Kak, gue lagi bahagia Raiden dapat, Naida dapat. Selamat Valentine. Habis ini kamu juga mau acara Valentine kan? Durandal ini mana? Katanya mau review. Mumpung lagi free nih, atau orangnya udah nggak ada. Kalau udah nggak ada, gue lanjutin lagi ya. Ke mana kita? Nah, Ida dapat, Raiden dapat, seneng sih itu. Gue juga seneng jir. Raiden dapat, nah Ida juga dapat. Kesana ya. Ada jauh juga ya. Emang pengaruh ya tinggi sama kagak. Piu. Ke orang itu.
Hey, you over there?
Yes, why?
Yeah, you. Say, do you like playing card games?
Genius.
Like Genius Invocation TCG?
Sumpah ya bang ya, gue lawan NPC aja kalah loh bang. Gue lawan NPC aja kalah, sumpah. Lawan si kucing aja gue juga kalah. Gue bukan semacam jenis Invocation TCG bang.
You TCG players are like mint in the wild.
Hey, come on now. What's wrong with finding fellow Invocation aficionados?
Sesama
Anyway,
nih.
care to join me for a game?
Gak sih?
All right.
But why would you be looking for people to play Genius Invocation?
Whether you're throwing down cards or throwing punches, there are lots of card players here in the fortress. When I saw you, I immediately thought, hey, even outsiders from other nations play cards. Sure.
Great! Since you've been here longer than I
thought you would have already heard everything by now.
why don't you pick? We'll let you know if we've...
All right. Have you heard any strange and did you know that there are some people who are always... Yes, you've already met those two.
Ini ada
Quite a
penjaga.
pair. They always keep
Emang
an
gak
eye
kedengeran
out for the
sama
latest
penjaganya?
happenings and gossip about everything. I've never seen anyone with more time on their hands.
Soal pasamatan dan ternyata ketika hal paling kekinian buat dijadiin bahan gosip, heran. Baru kali ini aku ketemu orang
I
sengaja.
heard that there used to be a chef and a bartender before they were sent down here. You know how bartenders are. Oh.
Good to know. Do you have...
Let me think. Oh, did you know that the Duke was also a convict in the fortress of Meripede before?
Mantan narapidana di benteng Meropide. Si Wiro? Si Risley?
Huh? Wait,
That's right. The Duke was an inmate just like you and me. Seems he was exiled here for committing some crime.
Tapi tidak ada yang tahu
knows
kenapa
how he
dia
ended
bisa
up
jadi
rising
naik
up to
sip
become the
jadi
warden now.
bisa naik jadi sipir benteng.
Go from an ordinary inmate to becoming the manager of the whole place? I'm not gonna... A forbidden zone? Sounds like something that someone...
it's just a rumor we've been hearing, but no worries if you've never heard of it.
Guys, jangan
Do you have
lupa
anything
follow
else you
ya.
can tell us?
Subscribe maksudnya.
Anything else? Not that I can think of. But I'll be sure to tell you anything interesting I hear next time.
Gak bisa bang, gue gak
Okay,
bisa
we've
main
talked to
jenis
just about
vocation
everyone,
bang,
and it's about
sumpah.
time for us to go meet Linny. According to
Halo
the
Kak Sari,
party
hai
like
Kak
this, we should go
Capslog,
meet
selamat
him in the
malam, selamat
production zone.
malam. Aku udah add UID ACC ya ntar. Oke, udah aku ACC kok. Terima kasih ya. Guys, jangan lupa minta like-nya. Ke mana kita? Besok bakal ini kan, bakal riset untuk apa? Untuk bounty. Kalian udah pada ambil itu gak sih guys? Udah ambil sayap gak sih? Udah ambil wind glider gak sih? Gue pengen ambil wind glidernya Inazuma dulu buat si Raiden. Di bawah ya? Bajir, salah. Ya Allah, salah, ya Allah, salah. Naik deh kayaknya ya. Tumben Kak 3 Archon gak datang. Itu lagi pada sibuk kayaknya. Si Fenty mungkin sibuk dengan sinyalnya. Si Abah tadi izin bahwasanya beliau itu lagi nggak bisa hadir dan telat hadir karena ada sesuatu hal. Terus si Furina tadi ada, cuman bilang bahwasanya kalau udah dapet Kazuha kabarin gitu doang tuh. Bye terus. Kayaknya dia marah deh karena kejadian kemarin. Ya salah sendiri, orang salah dia sendiri, bejir. Kayak gitu tuh nggak sopan dan nggak bagus. bunyinya itu ya, cetak 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 gitu ya. Wah, detail-detail kayak gini tuh juara sih Oyoverse. Kita pergi ke zona produksi untuk ketemu sama si Lini. Sana lah. Sana. Loh. Loh, kemana ya? Atas lagi kah? Loh. Kita harus ke bawah lagi. Sumpah gue di benteng ini sumpah ya, gue nggak tahu atas bawah tengah. Atas bawah tengah tuh yang kayak gimana. Kayak semuanya sama loh. Oh my god.
Inactivity serves no purpose whatsoever.
Jauh juga ya. Dasar ya. Yang satu latihan, yang satu sinyal, yang satu jadi Bang Toyib. Oke, wait. Sumpah itu lo ke atas guys. Ke atas lo itu. Ini nomor ini kan, nomor 3. Ini kah? Atau ini sih? Ya Allah, sumpah gue pengen manjat, pengen sumpah. Allahu Akbar. Gue pengen oh. Kapan sih kita selesai jadi tahanannya, guys? Pusing gua di sini anjir. Ini abis ini nih naik disuruh turun lagi nih kayak gini. Mana? Elah bang. Apa emang siklusnya gitu ya? Bawah pinggang, bawah naik turun naik turun gitu. Oh, ini di atas, pantesan di sini. Ngapain juga dia di situ ya?
Huh?
Guys, gue mau kasih tahu sesuatu buat kalian, bahwasanya nanti kalau sudah mencapai di 300 subscriber ya, gue bakal kasih 1 welkin gratis ke kalian. Nah, caranya itu nanti bakal gue umumin di pergacaan di banner selanjutnya. Kalau di banner selanjutnya ini umpama ya di bulan ini Kazuha, gue udah bisa dapet 300 subscriber ya. Nah, gue bakal umumin nih untuk hadiah 1 welkin itu bakal seperti apa persyaratannya. Jadi nantikan aja ya di setiap live streamingku nanti. Oh, hi.
That look in your eyes. You found something?
Ada sih.
This is no time to be modest. Just tell him we found a boatload of information.
Oh, as expected of the legendary duo, you have my full and undivided attention.
Oh. BTW kuas ini sangat membosankan dan lama pula. Kelamaan di penjara jadi fosil.
Rumors about this place are unreliable after all, and Master Child probably went missing because he found a way out.
Sebenarnya dia jadi fosil sih guanya. Gitu loh. Hadir Kak, hai Kak Gilang Ramadan. Tidak disangka ya, jadi gosip yang beredar di sini memang banyak ngaconya. Master Child menghilang mungkin karena dia sudah menemukan jalan keluar di sini.
He is a harbinger after all. I suppose he's much more resourceful than I initially gave him credit for.
Tapi quest Archon yang ada di Fontaine itu lebih lama ketimbang yang ada di Sumeru, sumpah. Lebih lama ini sih kayaknya.
Unfortunately, this isn't enough for our final report to Father. We need to find
Kita
out
harus
Master
tahu
Child's
kemana
exact
perginya
whereabouts.
Master
Father
Child.
told me that even though Master Child said he was just coming to Fontaine for a vacation, he actually had some personal reasons.
His escape route is already flooded, so we'll have to task someone with
Well, when you put it that way.
Bingo! Is he around?
He's working today. Coming here as a group would have attracted too much attention. I'll talk to him about it later.
Mungkin menurut kalian kalau ini nggak seberapa menyenangkan tuh karena banyak ngomongnya, banyak kelilingnya, dan juga banyak bicara sama NPC-nya. Jadi itu sih yang bikin nggak menyenangkan. Andai kan kalau ada cerita-cerita yang kayak apa namanya sedikit-sedikit kayak ceritanya tanpa kita harus kesana kesini ataupun lari kesana kesini, itu mungkin bakal ada nggak bosennya sih guys. Cuman ini kita memang harus kesana ngomong sama orang, habis itu dialognya itu juga agak lama, habis itu kerja lagi, habis itu ini dan itu membosankan memang.
It's the least I can do. We're all in this together, so it's only fair for us to... Honestly, I'm far more impressed by you guys managing to collect all this information right under Risley's watchful eyes.
Risley.
Collecting information is...
Now, let me think. To find out more information, Fremine will have to... And if he's to do that, he'll have to set out on the next pipe cleaning day at the earliest. That's 6 days from now.
6 hari lagi dong. Gue bakal 6
And
hari
after
lagi di sini kah?
he'll probably take another...
You can even estimate how long it'll take?
We've been working together for a long time. Traveler, what say you to meeting here 9 days from now? Oh, and there's just one last thing we'd like your help with.
Membosankan kak, membosankan karena alurnya di act keempat ini memang boring. Tapi nanti di act kelima sangat menarik. Oh,
Though we can just sit back and
tapi
wait for
sebenarnya bisa
Fremde's
juga
report on
tahu
Master
gitu loh
Child's
alurnya kak
whereabouts.
kalau kita baca
We still
ininya
need to
juga.
make more progress on the investigation of the Forbidden Zone. Fremine's no master of disguise. Lynette's still working on getting intel from the other areas.
What do you want us to do? Will it be...
Well, I won't call it easy. Listen carefully. You'll need to find an excuse to get... You've mentioned several sketchy-looking people always meeting at the infirmary. Investigate the internal structure of the infirmary and any active dealings within. But also, there's no need to take risks. My apologies. I just started
But that's not a bad thing, right? All right, then we'll head out as soon as we finish our prep.
Let's go our separate ways for now then.
Jangan
Don't
lupa
forget,
kita
we
ketemu di
meet
sini
here
9
again in
hari
9
lagi.
days.
Hati-hati ya. Oke siap. 9 hari lagi kita bakal ketemu ya guys ya. 9 hari. 9 hari. Oh, oke.
Hey,
Ngapain?
stay here for now, Paimon. There seem to be several people inside.
Nguping siapa emang? Risley kah?
Right. I feel like we...
Si Gwen.
It's not impossible.
Oh, it's a bit hard to understand them from here.
Menganggu. Hah?
Oh. Someone, please help! She's sick!
Whoa, are you okay?
Acting anjir.
Oh my! What's wrong, little one? There's no need to panic. Take a deep breath before you begin.
Okay.
The traveler started complaining of a stomachache, and then nausea, and then collapsed onto the ground. Freezing limbs, twitching fingers, and pale complexion. Could it be poison? Let me take a look. Please lie down over. Don't worry, we'll get you to the bed safely. Here, hold on to my shoulder and walk slowly.
Si Gwen.
You can do it, traveler! Don't apologize. You're sick after all. Now, please relax. I'm just going to do a preliminary checkup on you.
Oh, check up on you. Nanti ketahuan dong.
My checkup has confirmed that she's not in any mortal danger. Eh? Oh, that... I'll continue my diagnosis of the patient now. Don't sense serious damage to your organs either. Does it? And here? Huh? But based on my initial checkup, there shouldn't be a problem here. What about here? Does this... Oh! I think you just ate something that disagreed with you. That's all. Nothing too serious. Outside of a pretty bad stomachache. So that's what it is. And there have been other inmates complaining about the food recently. Congratulations! The health risk is incredibly low, so you should recover within a couple days. Why don't you... Miss Levine, I'll have to trouble you to help me look after this new patient while I'm...
Very well.
Si Gwen ini lucu ya karakternya. Cuman gue tahu ya dia tuh bakal jadi bintang 4 atau bintang 5. Kalau jadi bintang 5, siapa yang mau baca dia?
Hello. So how are you feeling now?
I'm fine. Ternyata gak enak tuh.
Her stomach aches really bad. She was stumbling about the whole way.
If Miss Sijuin says it's not a serious problem, then there's no need to worry. She's the...
But it also looks like she's the...
Well...
What do you mean that's true? That's really misrepresenting the situation. Of course I can't speak for the whole fortress. Though they may have committed crimes and gotten locked up here as a result, they still know a thing or two about medicine. And they help Miss Sijuin take care of the sick and injured.
Tapi adalah yang tahu sedikit soal pengobatan.
Yeah, you're right. But did you have to lecture me about it in front of another patient? Aren't you a patient too?
That's correct.
Are you
Ada
two
sesuatu nih.
also sick?
We've been sick a while. I come back every once in a while for checkups. You could say she fancies herself as Miss Sijuin's capable helper because she learned...
Please watch your mouth, Mr. Jurier. Don't forget that you are the primary
tuh ada
reason I have
irinya
frequent
ya.
heart palpitations.
Si laki nih ya.
Hey, don't start arguing now. Please, keep...
Oke. Sebenarnya kita bakal ditunjukin apa sih? Oh,
Hey, there's no need to fight.
Release. It's way too early.
karena klimaksnya di akt kelima, nanti akt kelima siapin tisu aja sih. Tisu gue udah habis di BTW.
Please allow me to end this boring and useless conversation. Oh, and Mr. Jurier, I don't want to see your face here again.
And same to you, Miss Lorvine. Anyway, that was more than enough rest for me, so I'm going to get out of this
Sampai jumpa lagi lain hari.
He just slowly walked off like that?
That's just what he's... I'm sorry you had to see all of that. I'm Lorvine, and...
You really can't stand him, huh?
I mean, can you blame me? Who would like someone who's as arrogant and obsessed with weird research topics as he is? I'll accompany you two for a while. No.
I'm back.
I'm
Did you rest
back.
like you promised?
Iya.
Thank you for getting our medicine, Miss Sijuin.
Miss Sijuin. Sijuin namanya. Sijuin. Oke. That's it, Sijuin.
Did you all cooperate with your bed rest? I trust that nobody got up to walk around.
Tidak ada yang nakal jalan-jalan.
Here, this should be 2 days worth of medicine for you. Take 1 pill now.
Oke.
Miss Levine, I left in a bit of a hurry just now. Do you still remember? Yellow, huh? I understand. These are yours. Please, make sure.
All right, then I'll also be on my way now.
Oke.
I hope you feel better soon.
See ya!
Kode-kodean nih
Fill out
mainnya.
your medical record now. Your wife, those two made quite the commotion just now, so why don't we let the traveler So her primary symptoms are abdominal pain with... Alright then. Is there anything we should know besides... No, her base constitution is quite good. So, I'm sure she'll... Got it! Paimon will hold the... Oh, you're going to take a nap already? We've been to lots of places together. She may look a bit under the weather now, but she's actually super... Oh, so you're the best of companions. Ah, you're awake.
Hai, si Gwen.
How do you feel? You slept for a really long time, but we never left.
Aduh, kami tetap terus di sini, kami di sini terus ya.
Well, now you can go back without a worry in the world. Remember to take the meds regularly, and don't forget, bland
Siap.
foods.
Terlalu kencang bumbunya.
Thank you, Miss Sijuin.
Sijuin. Kiowo nih orang. Ini enak. Dia bakal jadi bintang 5 apa bintang 4 ya si Juin nih? B5 kah? Aduh. Tapi gue gak suka sih desainnya dia, terlalu rame. Apa ya? Aduh gak tau deh. Sebenarnya yang dimana sih yang traveler yang bilang tuh di sini ya, di bawah ini ya? Yang ini kan yang tadi dibilang Lumin. Emangnya ada apa di sini gitu loh? Sedangkan di sini nggak ada apa-apa kah? Kayak peti gitu, kayak apa atau apa gitu? Nggak ada ya. Kita bakal lanjut ke tempat selanjutnya. Di sebelah mana? Ini di bawah kan? Tetap ya di situ ya. Ya udah ya. Soalnya gue pusing banget sumpah kalau di sini tuh kayak what? Kayaknya tadi di sini deh. Kok jadi di atas? Terus habis itu, loh, bukannya tadi di bawah? Kok jadi di atas? Selalu seperti itu. Kita tidur dulu kali nggak salah. Kemes dulu nih. Pam. Siap.
You really are something. To be able to fall asleep like that and even sleep talk the entire time, no, but you kept mumbling things along the lines of, Paimon, go take my grilled fish and put down the Adeptus Temptation now.
Taruh itu Adeptus Temptation.
Paimon talked with Sijuin the entire time you were asleep. She seems like she's just a sincere nurse and...
Lalu apa mereka betul cuma lagi ngomongin obat sebelum kita masuk? Nah itu tuh jadi pertanyaan.
Whoa, you really are super...
Kita laporin ke Line. Line. Adiknya Line itu siapa? Linet ya. Linet tuh bagus gak sih guys untuk dibuild? Menurutku dia bagus untuk dibuild kalau nggak salah. Kalau gue coba main di percobaannya sama si Faruzan dan juga si Gaming waktu di coba karakter itu, dia bagus sih Linet tuh mainnya. Dia eksplorasi juga bagus kan katanya. Kayak orang gak kenal aja. 9 hari pun berlalu. 9 hari berlalu kita bakal kemana nih? Oh, ya cuma dapat itu doang. Mungkin dapat primo lagi. Kagak ya. But it's okay. It's okay. Ke Line lagi ya. kode-kodean mata dulu. Tapi nggak ada CCTV-nya kah?
Did you
Ada
two run
seharusnya
into
ya.
any trouble over the past few days?
No, we just worked our shifts.
That's good. That means you didn't. We've taken a look at the slip you've sent. Fremine successfully left the grounds via the pipes 2 days ago.
Wait, why is she getting involved?
You already went above and beyond when you scoped out the infirmary. To infiltrating a guarded stronghold is a different kind of job from a one-off Lynette also felt like you have already taken the first step.
So that's what Lynette thinks.
Then, let's go check on Lynette before Fremine returns.
Is now really a good time?
According to my observations, Sijwin always spends around half an hour away from the infirmary right before lunch. Lynette knows. Also, I'm her brother, remember? It's only natural for an old...
Okay, then let's head.
Kita bakal menuju ke pipa ya ini. Oh, pergi diam-diam ke klinik. Ke klinik lagi. Lebih tinggi ke klinik.
Lynette should be here right now.
Vocals. Si Gwen itu jadi DPS apa support ya? Kok tampangnya mungil jadi DPS? Gak support gak sih guys? Dia harusnya jadi support gak sih guys? Bukan DPS. Tapi kalau dia DPS ya mirip-mirip Nahida gitu gak sih?
Strange.
As expected, Sijwin isn't here, but why isn't Lynette here?
No, Lynette rarely deviates from the plan. We agreed that if she were to make changes on the floor, unless...
Let's see if there are any clues around here. We can look while we wait.
Okay.
Kita cari petunjuk apa?
There are some books here and a few advanced nursing, how to raise the spirit of your... These sure are some interesting books. She even has books on understanding people's motivations and feelings.
Seems quite normal to me.
Oke. Yang pertama, yang kedua ini.
None of the beds have any signs of having been slept in.
That's the one Lynette must have used, right?
She would have said her, which means either the head nurse didn't return the
Atau dia
entire
tahu dia
time
tidak
from
perlu
when Lynette
membereskan
lay down up until
kasurnya.
she...
Tuh, jangan-jangan ada yang nyulik lagi. Aduh, Lide. Masuk ke sini kan kita?
Wait, this thing? It doesn't look like it's been disguised that well. The space behind it is empty. From its size, I don't think it's an entrance that is meant to be... Could Lynette have tried to get
Mekanisme?
inside? But if that's the case, she would have contacted... Let's look around here for some more clues. Don't...
Dia panik sih, adik semata wayangnya kan katanya ya, adik semata wayang bejir. Skenario aja kak itu. Oh,
Guys, there's a slip of paper over here.
A slip of paper?
It's right over here, and there's a bunch written on it too. It reads, "Out of respect for your usual practices, I'll use a piece of paper."
This is...
Is that all? The back.
Show me! Now!
adiknya.
That look on your face. Would you care
Tuh,
to
jangan
guess
gitu dong,
where
eh.
Miss Lynette of the Fatu... No. Could she have...
Wriothesley. Did he deliberately leave the infirmary unguarded to use it as bait?
Mancing kita.
You mean he was aware of our goals from the very beginning? But why? We didn't run into any trouble last time, and he also never reached out to us since.
Yes, that is a crucial question.
Wah, Wriothesley nih.
He doesn't do anything without a clear goal or reason. So this means he had no concerns about... You're not from the same camp as us. You were sent down here by Nervulet, so you have no conflict of interest with Wriothesley. We're a completely different story. I'd like to know that too. Don't panic. Just think everything over.
Oh my god.
I have to stay calm.
Ini.
Wait, you're right. The fact that Fremine was able to leave the grounds... Could Wriothesley have let...
What does he gain by letting Fremine leave like that?
What?
So he's challenging me and trying to provoke me, I'm sure of it. We never should have sent out Fremine. We had to go through all that trouble to find an opening to sneak him around the guards and into the pipe, and we even thought luck was on. If Wriothesley let him leave on purpose, then he's probably in a terrible spot now as well.
Lenny's getting more and more panicked. We have to calm him down. Don't be like this, Lenny. Fremine wouldn't have left if we hadn't told you about Chai.
No. I'm the leader of this operation, and I'm the one. I'll go to.
Hey, don't be reckless! Traveler, please, talk some.
I simply cannot allow Lynette to be abducted. I have to go. I'll find a way to get them back.
Jangan-jangan dia cuma dipancing aja gitu loh maksudnya.
Just rush out the door. After him.
Bahwasanya adiknya tuh nggak mungkin dibawa. Tau lah. Ih, ini kecil-kecil cabai rawit bejir sisi gue nih. Wah, kecil-kecil otaknya. Kalau kakak paham jalan ceritanya pasti tahu masalahnya. Yang akhirnya kebawa perasaan. Wah, itu sih gue belum tahu soalnya.
Right. I feel like we still have some.
It's not impossible, but it'll require extensive testing.
Is that so?
Apa yang dicoba?
Is someone?
Pack everything up. Whoever's outside is eavesdropping. They'll probably come. Someone, please help! She's sick.
Jadi gitu.
Whoa, are you okay?
These two. As expected, they've already found this. What a delightful turn of events. I like smart people, but I also like playing dumb. I like the feeling of being trusted.
Anjir lah kita dikerjain anjir sama si anjir. Wah, gue gak bisa pikir ini kecil-kecil otaknya.
Oh my, what's wrong, little boy? There's no.
Gue gak habis pikir ya Allah.
Human expressions is quite the useful skill.
Tuh, gini juga dia hampir mirip kayak Nahida. Ini apa belakang? Ekor kah? Bisa membaca ekspresi. Bentar. Bisa membaca ekspresi manusia itu sebuah kemudahan. Nah, ini juga bisa baca perasaan gak sih? Apakah mereka berteman?
He's already out of sight. How is he so fast? Let's go head him off at Wriothesley's office.
Aduh, dia di mana sih? Di bawah ya? Lebih rendah lagi. Kesana ya? Ayo jauh pula lah. Jauh pula ini. Boleh makan dulu nggak, Mon? Oh, ini kantornya Wriothesley. Oh, di dalam. Ngapain sih si Line? Bisa aja kan si Line tuh lagi diundang sama Wriothesley masuk ngobrol gitu kayak. Nggak ada orang ya?
Come out and face me, Wriothesley!
Oh.
Aren't we at an administrative office space? Why don't you at least try to follow even a couple rules from the fortress's indoor
What did you do to my sister?
I ran into the young miss at the infirmary. I'd heard that she was suffering from quite the migraine, so I decided to invite her over for a cup of tea.
Stop joking around! Where did you take my siblings?
I have also heard that your performances are quite the spectacle. Miss Lynette would sometime... Maybe she'll appear behind you right now if you were to turn...
Is he trying to trick me into turning my head? No. He's probably not looking to attack me right now. All of the hostages are in... You knew we were investigating the infirmary from the start. So you deliberately aroused the traveler's suspicions and baited us into continuing our investigation, just so that you'd... As for Fremine... No. You probably didn't even interfere with Child's escape. You let him go so you could purge the Fatui members that we had planted into your ranks.
Oh my god.
There was no need to do so. The fortress of Meripede is a pretty pleasant place.
Sorry,
Most
guys.
people enjoy their lives here. The only ones who act differently are those with personal agendas. It was quite easy to identify your colleagues.
Oh.
You removed our original members and spread the news of Child's escape so Father would assign our team to come down and investigate. Fremine has also fallen into your hands, right? If you're oh so omnipotent and so in control, why—
One correction. Lynette is in my hands right now, but...
He's not. What do you really—
Lenny!
Oh, wonderful. Everyone is here, so I'll only need to say this once. Thank you so much
Kok
for
gue benci ya
cooperating
jadinya
with me.
sama si Risley ini.
Eager and to the point, I see. Alas, only Miss Lynette is currently having a cup. Although, as per your original plan, Mr. Fremine should also have returned to the fortress by now. But he isn't.
Wait. You locked him outside it?
I closed the fortress's gate to the outside world.
Fremine's a star diver, so
No, we're still here, so he definitely tried to find a way to come back for us. So we can't assume he might have made a break for the surface.
Wah, sungkem saudara sepuh, ceritain dong, Puh. Ngopi dulu, Kak. Halo Kak Anjar, hai. Siap, Puh. Sumpah sih gue jadi benci sama Wiro. Sama kayak waktu yang Child itu di Liyue tiba-tiba nyerang kita tanpa ada omongan apapun yang dibilang bahwasannya genosisnya itu diambil sama kita. Hey, gue gak ngambil genosisnya. Ternyata cuman aktingnya si Nora sama si Abah. Kurang bejir itu emang si Abah tuh.
But why would I do this, you may be asking? To have an audience with you, of course. Besides, I do recall you mentioning to Miss Lynette that you've always wanted to have a face-to-face meeting.
So, you've been keeping tabs on us before?
Some of my folks just happened to hear a thing or two, that's all. In any case, I will be straight with you. I was willing to play dumb and turn a blind eye, so we had a pleasant few days playing games together here. But once you started focusing on the Forbidden Zone, Mr. Linney, the cards are stacked against you right now. Miss Lynette is in my hands, and Mr. Fremine is still slowly being pickled out there in the brine. You need do but one thing to guarantee their safety.
Perangkah mereka berdua.
I would like you...
You want to see Father? But why should she bother giving you—
Well, if she cares for the well-being of her dearest children, she should have... I've heard that the bonds
Orang
between
tua
the
sekali
members of
saja.
the House of the Hearth are like the bonds
Disuruh
of
ketemuan
family.
sama orang tua sekali saja.
I don't see why she would
Anakmu mana,
refuse.
Wiro? Anakmu yang mana?
Why did you think Father sent us to handle the fortress of Meripede? This place is basically a no man's land. It wouldn't be fitting for anyone—
Oh, I see.
Dia tidak suka
So
tempatku
it's
ini ya.
because she doesn't care for my place here. That's such a shame.
Was this the extent of your master plan to get to Father?
Sebenarnya gini loh guys ya.
No matter how
Aku
much
tuh nggak
pressure
tahu
you may
ya.
put on me,
Benteng
I
yang
won't allow you
dibawahi
to use
sama
us to
si
blackmail her.
Benteng yang dibawahi sama si Risley ini itu kenapa nggak apa ya kalau nggak salah tuh. Kenapa kalau seolah dia tuh wewenang banget gitu loh di sini. Padahal dia dulu narapidana kan. Kalau ya emang si kata Neuvillette kan memang dia juga nggak ada apa, Neuvillette sendiri juga nggak bisa sembarangan ikut campur gitu loh untuk urusan ini. Tapi kenapa bisa terpisah gitu loh? Padahal daerahnya juga daerah di Fontaine kan untuk benteng ini gitu loh. Aturannya tuh terpisah gitu.
You people really are difficult to get along with. All I'm asking for is a face-to-face conversation. Does she truly... Mr. Linney, you have one last chance to invite...
Kenapa ya Arlecchino harus datang ke sini ya?
Instead of asking why I'm doing this, why don't you try to see things from my... I gave you a warning by cutting off the first few operatives I found, but that only caused you to double down. Mr. Fremine left the fortress on his own, and Miss Lynette tried to pry out my secrets right in front of me.
Gue liatnya
No matter how
Risley
you
nih
look at it, the responsibility for this falls
kayak
on
jahat
you.
banget bejir.
I shouldn't ask Father to do anything.
6,
Wait,
2, time's up.
1.
Risley!
Negotiations have broken down.
Wah.
Please leave, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, listen to the traveler. If you can't talk.
You do realize that I'm only letting you go because of Neuvillette, yes? You're here helping him out, and I've already done my best to stay out of your way. But that doesn't mean you can just do whatever you want. The fortress may be small and remote, but it still has its own set of laws.
Dia nggak mau ya.
Then how about this? Those who are capable deserve respect. You've spent quite some time investigating my home turf bind. I'll ask you 3 questions. Answer all of them correctly, and I'll agree to your request. Question 1. Regarding the hidden rules of the production zone, what is the truth behind the one about not being allowed to work for 3 days in a row?
Mati. Gue tahu lagi. Oh. Wah. Kenapa harus ada kayak ginian anjir? Yang melanggar aturan tersembunyi, revolusi dikasih daging, aneh. Pas makan siang hari ketiga. Aduh. Ini bisa ngulang nggak sih? Bisa ngulang nggak sih guys? Bentar, bisa ngulang nggak sih guys? Aku tahu sebenarnya dia nyimak terus karena nggak ada lawan bicara, jadi dia pindah. Ini nyimak, ini harus bisa sih kak, soalnya itu udah.
I've been told that the infirmary is always empty for the half hour just before lunch.
No.
The Fonta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize the real value of coupons.
No.
We often see Miss Sijuin observing the prisoners at work near the production zone. It seems like she can perceive the general state of a person's health.
Bentar.
Fonta's internal reports suggest that they're starting a new trial of an unnamed and unpackaged product. But the product has to undergo a trial because even Fonta's own employee...
Bentar.
The research note said that the Melusine race perceives the world very differently from humans. Because of that, the Melusines have also developed a sense of aesthetics that appear rather strange and alien to humans. According to Collins, the Pancration tournament only took place because the Fonta company sponsored it. Fonta's internal reports suggest that they're starting a new trial of an unnamed...
Oke. Terus, dalam kondisi apakah ada yang aneh akan muncul?
The Fonta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize the real value of coupons. Meanwhile, the Duke believes that... I've been told that the infirmary is always empty for the half hour. The research note said that the Melusine race perceives the world very differently from humans. Because of that, the Melusines have also developed a... According to Collins, the Pancration tournament only took place because the Fonta company sponsored it. The company must want a return on their investment as well.
Orangnya datang kayun. Panjang umur dari bicara masih datang. Menurut Colin, terlalu model.
The Fonta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize the real value of coupons. Meanwhile, I've been told that the infirmary is always empty for the half hour just before lunch.
Kenapa di sana tidak ada orang yang
be doing during that time? The Fonta promoter has been struggling because he...
salah dong tiga-tiganya.
According to Collins, the Pancration tournament... The research note said that the Melusine race perceives the world very differently from humans. We often see Miss Sijuin observing the prisoners at work near the production zone. We often see Miss Sijuin observing the prisoners at work near the production zone. I've been told that the infirmary is always...
Salah ya? Mengenai aturan tersembunyi di zona produksi, kenapa di sana tidak ada yang boleh kerja 3 hari berturut-turut? Siapa yang bakal melihat jika kamu terus bekerja tanpa lelah? Sekuen gak sih?
According to Collins, the Pancration tournament only took place because the Fonta company sponsored it.
Aneh ya.
The Fonta promoter has been struck. We often see Miss Sejuin observing the prisoners at work. I've been told that the infirmary is always empty for the half hour just before lunch. Fonta's internal reports suggest that they're starting a new trial of an... The research note said that the Melusine race... Fonta's internal reports suggest that they...
Oh, satunya yang beda berarti. Antara ini kalau nggak ini ya.
According to Collins, the Pancration tournament only took...
Bukan,
The
ini.
research note said that the Melusine
Nah,
race...
ini bener nih. Nah. Ternyata berhubungan sama si Gwen.
So that's what's going on. The hidden rule of the production zone.
3 kali, guys.
People are not supposed to work 3 days in a row, and if they do, they'll get strange... At first we thought this strange meat must have something to do with the people who disappeared. But in reality, she often visits the production zone to observe the workers' health and makes a note of anyone who has worn themselves out after 3 full days of work. Out of her sense of duty as the head nurse, as well as her genuine concern for the workers' health, Sejuin
Water yang perlu
visits the
tenaga lebih.
Sejuin has only the best
Makanya dia
intentions with
bikin
her
itu
surprise
kejutan.
gift,
Terus dia juga
and
nggak
doesn't want
mau ada
anyone to
yang tahu
find out
sampai
about
Ezra
what
kayak
she
gitu.
got.
Tapi
Unfortunately, Melusines as a race perceive the world differently from humans, and their sense of it, the recipients of her lovingly prepared special meals. Are we on the right track?
Not bad. You've uncovered Sejuin's secret and even guessed her intentions correctly as well. It's nice to know. All right, now for my next question. There are also some hidden rules in the pan.
Pertanyaan selanjutnya, Bajir. Kita juga sudah sedikit soal ini, coba berikan jawabannya lagi. Apa? Aturan tersembunyi. Jika di ruangan perakintan, salah satu dilarang mendukung dua... Oke.
I've been told that the infirmary is always empty for the half hour. Fonta's internal reports suggest that they're starting a new trial of an unnamed and unpacked... The Fonta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize... The research note said that the Melusine race... According to Collins, the Pancration tournament only took place because the Fonta company sponsored it.
Berarti berhubungan sama ini,
Company must want a
ini.
return on their investment as well. Fonta's internal reports suggest that they're starting... The Fonta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize the... According to Collins, the Pancration tournament only took
Oh,
place
ini dulu.
because...
Bentar.
Fonta's internal reports suggest that they're starting a...
Oke, bentar. Ini kan
According to Collins, the
balik modal. Habis itu
Fonta's internal reports suggest that they're starting a new trial of an
sama ini
The
coba.
Fonta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize the real value of coupons. Fonta's internal reports suggest that they're starting a new trial of an unnamed and unpackaged product.
Coba pilih ini.
Fonta's internal reports suggest that they're
bentar.
starting a new Fonta's internal reports suggest that the Fonta promoter has been struggling because he Fonta's internal reports suggest
Ketukar berarti yang ini. Loh.
Fonta's internal report. The Fonta promoter has...
Nah. Ini baru gue bisa. Berapa percobaan kedua tadi?
Paimon gets this rule too now, so there really was nothing to be
Ayo mau
afraid of.
jalan-jalan di pelabuhan Liu. Iya, terima kasih.
That hidden rule of the Pancration ring is about how people get scared when they see it because but really it's just a bottle of a blood red drink. The company, facing backlash from its own, they came to the fortress of Meropide and offered to the Duke, knowing how valuable coupons are and so only those who proved their stupidity by being dumb enough to bet on 2 opposing sides.
I acknowledge the effort you've put into bringing the truth of this, Miss. Although, based on your description, that Fonta promoter is a bit too careless with his words. I may just reconsider my collaboration. All right, and here's the final question. What's the secret behind our head nurse and all of her patients in the infirmary?
Oke.
Stop your cruel and pointless games, Risley! You know that we haven't finished our investigation, so there's no way we can answer the last question. The thought of spare... You'll pay...
Lenny, are you alright?
Oh, close one. I owe you, Sejuin.
There was nothing, Your Grace.
What? Tembakannya kayak tembakan apa anjir?
Sejuin? Though this gun may look like a toy, it's actually fully functional.
Sejuin...
Not at all. I am merely a resident of the fortress, and thus protecting it is my duty. When Monsieur Nervulette asked me to come here, he told me that my job would be to take care of... But if you mean what you just said, then isn't Linny someone you should be looking after as well? Isn't he a resident here just like the rest of us? But I really am just doing what Monsieur Nervulette told me to do. Everything I did, I've done to protect them. Had I not, His Grace knows it too, right? Your Grace? Mind proving my innocence to them?
My dear Sejuin, whatever shall I do with you? Would it have killed you to just wait another minute or...
Well, it's nearly time after all. The way you do things can be truly frustrating sometimes, Your Grace. What are you talking about?
Take me if you want.
How touching. Can you just give me one more?
Don't be like that, Your Grace.
All right, everyone, calm down. I'll go get a cup of tea. Miss Sejuin, I leave Miss...
You...
I believe I hear footsteps.
Tuh kan, beneran disimpan, gak diapa-apain. Linenya aja.
Some space, please.
Ah, Miss Clarend.
Aduh, gue salah. Ternyata klorinnya yang keluar. Oh, iya dia bawa Fermine. Oh my god. Terus mana si Rini?
What is Clarend doing here?
Work.
Gue kangen Navia. Kerja, work. Cuma Navia kontennya sih Klorin.
I'm sorry about shooting you, Mr.
Sumpah
Linny.
sih Wiro sama Klorin cocok.
Effect will begin to wear off
Sama-sama
soon.
berhati dingin.
Please take it easy in the meantime, though.
What happened to Fremine? Wasn't he diving just outside of the fortress? Why is he looking like...
A flushed face, an accelerated pulse. He must...
What?
Please, make some space. I'll need to give Mr. Frem...
I'll talk to Clarend while you get Fremine to where he needs to be. Everything else can wait.
Wah, ini. Hehehe, lu ya, lu. Belum gua
What's that look
sabet.
on your face? I thought I made good time on the way back.
Oh, I'm just admiring your punctuality. Had you arrived
Yang
just a few
mau
minutes
keluar
later,
nih,
Sejuin may have
Klorin.
been forced to shoot Mr. Linny again. How's the situation out there?
The water has changed. It's pretty much as expected.
The water has
The
changed.
concentration of primordial seawater has
Airnya
increased
berubah sesuai dugaan
significantly.
konsentrasi di daerah primordial meningkat
I was only
drastis.
out there a short time, so it wasn't too bad. But if one were to stay for any significant amount of time,
Where was he when you found him?
the abandoned zone at the end of the
Zona
pass,
terbengkalai di ujung
a good
pipa,
distance
sudah
into
masuk
the
air
water.
lumayan
Closer than I
jauh.
thought.
Ah.
He must have recognized it early on and tried...
Locking the door was
Mami
necessary.
dulu mau tidur, iya, terima
I don't think we
kasih.
could have saved two.
Well, I did try to convince him that I had my reasons. Never seems to work, though.
Nggak berhati dingin loh Wiro. Maaf. Tapi kalau gue lihat dari sininya tuh kayak berhati dingin gitu loh guys. Cocok berarti di sip kak. Iya cocok sih. Cocok kok mereka tuh sebenarnya.
It would probably work on Neuvillette. He has a knack for picking out who had good intentions, even when the outcomes were...
Okay.
It's a bad sign if you're having to plead your case to Neuvillette.
Kalau sampai harus Hoyo first screenshot guys. Screenshot guys. Ada harus pembenaran biar kita dapat 100 ini guys. 100 primogem guys. Screenshot guys. Kirim ke Hoyo first guys. Kalau sampai Haris nih guys. Harus ya. Ini harus. Haris nih. Haris nih siapa? Bejir. Screenshot guys. Ayo guys. Biar dapat 100 di. Lumayan. Primogemnya buat Kaca Kazuha nanti Nih, guys. Harusnya harus. Ayo. Hoyo Force. Ini ada kesalahan tulis nih, ayo. Mintanai Village sih sudah parah banget namanya. Kalau sampai harus Mintanai Village sih sudah parah banget namanya. Ini guys, harus. Jadinya harus. Screenshot kirim Hoyo Force. Gimana ini? Dialognya Wirotless. Gimana ini? Dialognya Wiro. Jadi kayak gini. Harus jadi Haris nih. Screenshot guys.
Want some tea?
Not particularly. If you want to drink some that badly, just say so.
Some tea? You wanna tea? My darling. Tidak sampai spasi. Kalau mau ya minum sana. Gak usah basa-basi bang, langsung ngomong aja.
Fine, I'd like to get some tea. Want me to get you a cup too, since I've already made it?
Toh tehnya sudah jadi. Oh, ternyata sudah disiapin dari tadi. Bisa aja nih.
Might as well then, I suppose. Actually, do you have a towel? I would like to dry my hair.
Yakin kakak ngegacha nopal? Kalau ada sih gacha guys, kalau ada primonya ya gacha. Tapi gue mending ke Furina terlebih dahulu daripada nopal. Bianhe. Hai guys, numpang absen doang. Iya, terima kasih ya kak. Translatornya ngantuk gitu kak. Gak bisa SS aja kak, soalnya lagi mode super hemat daya. Oh, nanti guys gue bakal SS dan gue kasih ke Hoyo First-nya ya. Gue coba email. Coba aja, siapa tahu dapat primo ya 100. Kan lumayan tuh. Ke siapa sih gue? Lu ya berdua. Lu berdua ya. Cocok lu. Berdua cocok lu, cocok. Berdua cocok. Salah. Cocok. Hai Line. Si Gwen dong. Oh, sama aja sih.
How is he?
These symptoms are probably caused by an acute ingestion of a large amount of primordial seawater. Of course, it would be best if he stayed for further observation. Let's leave him here for now and move him to the... sorry. I am aware that the infirmary may not be my favorite place in the world at the moment. We do only have a single clinic in the fortress, however.
Wah, kalau si Gwen ini elemen Hydro, kemungkinan dia bakal berguna banget sih guys. Karena Hydro sendiri tuh di Genshin Impact cukup bagus juga.
Why would he ingest a large amount of primordial seawater?
Please, look after Mr. Fremine for the moment. I'll go fetch some medicine and a respirator.
Where is she?
Oh, she just took a nap in an empty room after I tranquilized her.
Tuh kan bener kan, cuman tidur.
She should also be waking up right around now. You might not believe me, but His Grace and I actually made some snacks and tea.
Line aja nih emang nih yang terlalu terburu-buru ya. Sepertinya.
Linny, are you okay?
No, I'm not okay.
They're all here now. Don't.
Are you sure? You don't.
My hands and feet are still a bit weak, but.
I'm back, everyone.
Lenny! Fremine?
He'll be fine. But for now.
Oh, siuman dia. Hai.
His breathing's beginning to slow down.
Give me a hand and help me get him to the...
Yeah, I'll take him from this side.
On it. Traveler, you seem pretty worried about him. The Duke and Clarande are gone.
Biarin aja udah ngeteh mereka.
Some tea. The Duke will explain the truth in just a bit. Miss
Hai. Bocil, nih dak. Dak. Keluar dak. Si Gwen. Si Gwen. Pam 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 pam. Jauh banget muternya ya Allah. Ini Naida tuh bagus loh. Tik 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 tik. Jubahnya dia gini loh guys, kalau waktu mau lari tuh kayak terbang tik 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 gitu loh. Lucu aja nih anak, sumpah nih anak lucu sih. Aduh. Kak Fenty dari mana aja Kak, apalagi nanti ada skin nopal bagus loh. Baterai habis bakal jadi meta electro charge gimana? Rumornya si Gwen. Oh, rumornya sih karena dia kan hydro ya. Mungkin maka jadi itu contohnya kayak Raiden kalau salaman sama si Neuvillette, mungkin mereka bakal jadi electro charge beneran tuh. Electro. Iya sih. Iya bener. Tapi guys, kalian sadar gak sih bahwasanya beberapa karakter-karakter yang bakal di rerun dan juga bakal diberikan karakter baru itu berhubungan banget sama Natlan gitu loh. Contohnya si Gwen ini air ya, dan api juga bagus. Jadi jatuhnya ke mana sih? Terus jatuhnya juga dari klorin juga, bukan klorin. Klorin. Si klorin juga bisa masuk ke partiannya Natlan nanti, dan juga itu bagus gitu loh untuk bukan Vaporize, untuk Pyro. Ditambah lagi juga Pyro DPS dari si Arlecchino kalau dia bener-bener bakal dijadikan karakter baru nanti di perilisannya ke depan gitu loh. Dan itu bakal make sense banget dengan adanya perilisan dari Natlan nanti gitu kan. Menurut gue cukup make sense sih. Apalagi juga ada si Frus kan, dia juga karakter bintang 4 yang bagus. Apakah nanti juga akan bersinergi juga dengan Archon yang ada di Natlan? Kita nggak tahu ya, tapi ya semoga aja. Gue bener-bener menunggu untuk perilisan Natlan karena jujur waktu perilisan Fontaine gue juga nggak lihat secara langsung waktu live-nya juga. Jadi itu yang bikin gue menyayangkan bahwasanya kenapa gue gak lihat ya. Gue lihatnya waktu di perilisan Chen Yufil aja. Itu pertama kali live streaming gue. Dan mungkin kedepannya live streaming dari Natlan mungkin itu bakal jadi live streaming pertama Region yang gue lihat sih dari Hoyoverse, resmi dari Hoyoverse ya.
He's awake. Fremine.
Lynette.
Rumornya enak bawa Yelan itu mode nyeker Naida. Siap-siap gacha charge Pyro DPS nanti.
We're all here. The infirmary at the fortress of How do you feel?
The sea. There's something wrong with the...
Shh, it's okay.
No, listen to me. This is really serious. There's primordial seawater mixed into the regular seawater. I don't know why...
Pipes.
Pipa?
Right, the pipes. It's all coming back to me now.
Oke. Pipanya? Kenapa? Cuman gitu doang ditunjukinnya. Oh.
I'm in. Seems like this pipe hasn't been used in a long time.
Ini area mana?
Look. Where could Master Child be?
Hah? Lagian si Child nih nyusahin bener lah ya. Wah, aduh ya Allah. Kemana? Kemana? Itu senjatanya dia ya? Ini senjatanya dia. Ini senjata apa guys? Jangan bilang ini Favonius Claymore lagi. Hai? Ke bawah ya? Kita pakai dia doang anjir. Kalau ada apa-apa gimana, Bang? Oh.
This mechanism looks like it's been tampered with.
Mekanisme sebenarnya sudah diproyek orang, apa mungkin dia? Why? Dialog di PS Pyro bukan Kanjar, ya sih. Hampir mendekati scan epic. Benarkah? Terus kemana? Ke atas dong. Bisa emang. Ayo dong. Ke sebelah sana naik? Ya. Oh, iya naik sini. I feel it. Si siapa si Verminate ini belum gua build juga guys. By the way. Oke, bentar, lihat dulu sana. By the way tuh udah Allah. Aduh, gue takut anjir. Kayaknya udah deh, kayaknya sih. Coba lihat dulu deh. Oh iya, udah ya. Waduh, ini gua harus kayak gimana? Oh ini.
It's getting stuck on something. Seems like I'll have to avoid those obstacles while I turn it.
Menghalangi penghalang. Terus cobalah sesuaikan dengan sudut. Lah dia turun lagi dong. Oh. Sebentar. Bentar. Lah terus gimana Babang? Loh, lah terus kita harus kemana sih? Ke sana kan? Ke sana kan? Oke, ke sana kan? Oke. Oke, ke sana kan? Ke sana ya. Ke sana kan ya? Siap. Bentar. Bisa nggak ya? Jangan aneh-aneh bajir. Bisa nggak ya? Gue mau langsung lompat aja loh. Gak bisa masalahnya. Genshin menjadi game teka-teki ketika quest. Bener sih, ya Allah. Ada yang bisa bantuin? Ini harus gimana ya nyesuaiin mekanismenya? Gue harus turun ke bawah kah? Habis itu naik gimana lagi, Babang? Oke, sebentar. Gak bisa ini mah. Tuh gak bisa. Gak bisa juga ya. Ah, tau lah. frustasi anjir. Ini dia stuck ya, stuck di sini. Kan naik ke atas kan. Terus dia stuck di sana. Muternya kayak mana puter, Bu? Ada putaran lain kah di atas itu? Nggak ada loh. Ini doang gitu kan. Terus kita harus mukul ini kah? Gak juga loh. Nge-stuck di situnya. Buat kalian yang bisa menyelesaikan dengan satu kali percobaan, kalian hebat. Tuh. Cobalah menyesuaikan dari sudut yang benar sebelum menaikkan. Berarti aku harus turun lagi dong.
But people, they're much more difficult.
Oke. Berarti harus kayak gini ya. Gak bisa. Waduh. Sumpah, gue boleh gak sih balik dulu? Loh, harusnya kan Nah iya, maksudnya itu gue mau muter lagi naik gitu kan. Muter lagi yang ono ini. Kan gue puter lagi. Gak bisa puter loh. Lu ya. Gak bisa puter guys. Masa ya harus keluar dulu sih? Keluar dulu kali ya. Keluar dulu.
Pipes. Right, the pipes. It's all coming back to me now.
Putar lagi kagak bisa. Bisa gitu ya? Gak bisa balik. Kalau dari situ ini berarti kita harus putar berlawanan arah dari situ kan.
I'm in.
Ada yang buat muter di atas. Ayo.
Where could Master Child be?
I don't know. Kalau masalah teka-teki kayak gini, kenapa otak gua kagak berjalan ya? Serasa kayak mampet. Ini bakal jadi domain apa sih sebenarnya?
This mechanism looks like it's been tampered with. Could he have done it?
Kan ini gini. Berarti kalau andaikan kita putar lagi ke sana itu nggak bisa. Berarti harusnya gini doang sih, coba ya. Coba lagi ya. Sama aja dong. Bentar, kalau ini naik. Bentar deh, kalau ini naik. Tetap ke ganjel itu ya. Oh yuk. Tetap ke ganjel itu ya. Berarti berlaku ke sebaliknya, coba. Diputar lagi nggak bisa. Loh. Loh. Aku lupa. Ini seenggaknya tuh maksud gue tuh harusnya ini gue puter ke sini nih. Jadi nggak nyendat gitu loh ke pipanya. Kok aneh ya? Apa gue puter dulu ya harusnya? Oh iya anjir, puter dulu baru naikin. Allahu Akbar. Sudah benar gini kah? Oh iya, puter dulu baru dinaikin. Nah ini baru dinaikin. Baru bekerja setelah beberapa menit. Otak Q. Nah, itu yang gue maksud. Gue kiranya bisanya tuh diputar dari bawah, ternyata dari atas itu muternya. Tuhan, terima kasih. Alhamdulillah. Pipe. Pipa ya? Gak ada something gak di sini? Gak ada jai. Terus ke bawah sana.
This is where the water starts.
Hah?
Master Child probably died.
Kita nyelam lagi. Ya Tuhan. Nyelam dong. Ini yakin nyelam.
The vegetation here is a bit more sparse. These traces aren't natural. A person must have left them, and recently.
Lagian si Child ini nyusahin bener anjir.
There are traces here too.
Maaf ya Child.
I need to keep going.
Hai?
The traces are gone, but I don't see where he could have gone from here.
Okay.
Wait, what the? My heart is racing, and it's getting harder and harder to breathe.
Are you falling in love?
What's going on? No good. I have to get back. They still don't know anything
Oh my
about
God.
what's going on. If I turn back right now, I should still be able to make it.
Ya keburu ya? Atau diselamatin sama si Chlorine? Oi. Ayo. Fermina ini cryo atau hydro ya? Cryo deh kalau nggak salah.
I can't die here.
Lagian kenapa nggak pakai itu sih pelindung kepala biasanya tuh?
I have to push on.
Oh, ditolong sama Chlorine ya. Tapi untungnya si Chlorine nggak sampai menghirup air primordial. Dia bakal jadi air. Nantinya mah. Wah. Seperti apakah ini?
So, that's right. I tried my best to swim back.
Miss Clarande brought you back, but we also don't know why she...
Miss Clarande, you say?
You're still too weak for Monet. You can go...
Miss Lynette is right. I believe Miss Clarande will stay here as a guest for another few days.
A guest? Then I can...
You should ask His Grace about that. He'll be able to explain better
Kenapa
than me.
dibilang yang mulia ya? Padahal yang mulianya tuh Furina.
It's about time he actually told us what's going on. Wanna come with...
No,
Wanna come
please
with
go
me?
on without me.
Lenny.
The logical part of my brain is aware that we're safe right now.
Understood.
In that case, I'll leave the infirmary to you.
Thank you.
Oke. Yeay. Quest selesai. Yeay. Pemegang rahasia dan zona terlarang pergi ke Duk. Where are you, White Trolls? Where are you? I wanna bomb you. Dimana dia? Gue salah bawa sarung tangan nih. Gue ke bawah ya? Oh di bawah ya? Kan kantornya dia di bawah. Udah, gue langsung aja. Kelamaan. Pakai lift kelamaan, mending langsung terjun. Payung. Udah yuk. Ketemu Yanto nih lo ya. Udah bener tinggal jalan, kakak naik kayak tadi. Quest Archon puzzle-nya easy kok. Iya sih easy. Otak gue yang kagak nyampe biasanya.
Excuse me.
Yes.
I take it Mr. Fremenet's condition has...
Of course. I wouldn't have left.
I've been expecting those two, but might I inquire as to the purpose of your visit, Miss Sijuan?
I wanted to check up on Miss Clarion.
Mostly fine, I think.
If you don't mind, I'd like to perform another quick physical...
All right. Thank you for looking out for me.
Well, want to explain yourself, right?
Of course, but I'm not partial to the word choice. Where should I begin? How about you start by asking me any questions?
Then Paimon will begin. Did you know...
No. I just knew they were Fatui operatives sent to the fortress by the knave.
Okay.
You managed to monitor and stay ahead of...
They came here with ulterior motives. I'm quite adept at this. Initially, I thought their goal was just to investigate Child's disappearance. Linny suggested that I had deliberately let him escape. But in truth, I didn't really do anything. Of course, it's inevitable that the knave would make a big deal out of her fellow I'm also quite curious about where that harbinger went. So I figured I might as well let the Fatui do their own investigative work.
So you were hoping Linny's group would just...
You make it sound like that's a bad thing. Unfortunately, things didn't go as planned. I assume that the Forbidden Zone has always been Linny's target, and you got roped into that investigation after running into him. I began to intervene out of
Are the rumors true? That you're also a former...
Why would you put it like that? Isn't staying here all day and serving as the manager of the fortress a kind of sentence unto itself? Another form of prison?
Oh, right. Paimon wanted to ask...
Me, of course. I paid her good mora to come down to the fortress for some field work.
Aku kalau duit banyak untuk bayar dia supaya datang ke
As
sini.
a
Wah.
champion duelist, Miss Claran could be considered to be an independent party. I needed to find an exceptionally capable person to help me get through the appendix.
And saving Fremine was part of that crisis?
You can think of it like that, yes. Credit where credit is due, that boy is quite adept at diving. Had conditions not been as hostile as they were, that's not something you should be asking.
Violet hanya minta kalian mencari
Violet
tahu
only
kalau
asked you to,
perginya
all I need to
Chai.
prove to you is that the Forbidden Zone had nothing to do with the Harbinger's disappearance. That should be clear now that
But we've already uncovered that there's something wrong with the infirmary. And we've answered a bunch of questions that you
you make a compelling case,
Yeah, Paimon really wants to...
even if the truth may not be pleasant. Follow
Yeah.
me.
Oh. Oke. Follow me. Follow me tuh yang bikin gua agak mana pintu keluarnya, Babang? Lah. Ke bawah. Bawah, tinggalkan kantor. Tinggalkan kantor. Ditinggal cari makan belum selesai juga itu daftar sih. Jadi sipir aja, Kak. Ini gue jadi sipir dari 3 hari kemarin ya, BTW. Loh, Astagfirullah ya Allah.
There's a hidden door here? And a
Oh
whole
my God.
basement behind it? Huh. You're pretty good at hiding stuff, Risley.
It seems you've forgotten just what kind of place the Fortress of Meripede is.
Fun fact-nya ya guys ya, gue itu muncul atau main Genshin Impact itu ketika bannernya si Risley dan juga bannernya si Fenty itu muncul. Jadi sebenarnya karakter pertama yang gue coba di Genshin itu adalah bintang 5 ya. Dia. Kalau nggak salah waktu itu gue cuma coba-coba tapi nggak ambil primonya anjir. Gue gak tahu soalnya itu. Cuman coba aja, oh ya bagus gitu doang. Oh kayak gini ininya. Oh. Terus gimana ya? Gue dapetin ini karakter. Gue kira dulu tuh harus beli. Pakai ini pasti harus top up dulu sih ini. Ini harus beli di ini. Ini harus beli diamond sih sepertinya sih. Ternyata bukan. Ternyata dari Primogem juga bisa. Tahu gitu gue gacha duluan dah.
Wait, is there a secret mechanism or... Whoa!
Turun ke bawah ya? Kok nyebut Fenty-nya nggak agak gimana gitu loh? Fenty. Emang gitu agak gimana ya?
Is the forbidden zone?
Fenty.
Honestly, for a place so well hidden, Paimon sure doesn't see anything special.
Wireless, Vitrolus. Pintunya gede banget. Ini pintu apa?
There are 3 such isolation gates in total.
Biasanya cuma aku saja yang boleh masuk, makanya ini sudah terlarang.
Am I correct to assume you're going to run on back and tell your little Fatui friends everything?
Well, Paimon wasn't thinking.
Well, I'd advise you wait until you've seen the whole truth of this place.
Kita disuruh jelidikin tempat itu kah? Pemegang rahasia di zona terlarang lanjutkan perjalanan. Oke.
So there's a switch.
Stand back.
Mundur. Siap. What?
Whoa! They all just went up one by one.
Go on, have a look.
Kita bakal disuruh nyoba Wiro nggak ya? Risley ya? Risley. Lebih ganteng Nopal atau Ryu? Secara harfiah ya, gagahan Ryu. Secara harfiah gue liatnya gagahan si Ryu. Tapi sebenarnya Neuvillette tuh diam-diam juga sangat-sangat romantis kayaknya.
I've been interested in what lies beyond that.
Tapi kalau disuruh pilih ya, Wiro.
Of course, it would be
Lihat
unwise
aja
to
guys,
recklessly open.
gagah, pekerja keras, Neuvillette pah, kaku orangnya. Oratrice mechanic generis cardinal. Oratrice mechanic generis cardinal berbicara bahwasanya child is false atau salah. Udah gitu doang. Kagak ada pertimbangan lain kek gimana kek apa kek gitu. Ke Navia juga gitu loh. Jadi kayak, are you sure about him? Hoyoverse?
The readings on that dashboard have not budged since the day when I
Jadi kayak
first
lebih
laid
mending
eyes on this place.
Wiro
But
sih.
over the past year, the needle has crept
Maaf
upwards from its
ya
original
untuk
position.
semua
Likely
pecinta
because some parameter it's been
Neuvillette.
tracking has changed,
Tapi
if
nggak
only
memungkiri
infinitesimally.
bahwasanya sebenarnya ultinya skillnya Neuvillette itu lebih mending daripada Wiro tuh burstnya atau ultinya? Skillnya atau ultinya ya? Kalau nggak salah si Neuvillette tuh bagus di skill nggak sih guys? Untuk lebih damage-nya lebih banyak di skill nggak sih dia? Kontribusi damage-nya. Meteran itu tidak bergeming sejak pertama kali aku melihatnya, tapi setahun ke belakangan jalannya sedikit bergerak ke atas. Kemungkinan karena biarpun teramat sangat kecil ada perubahan yang terjadi pada parameternya.
Normally I would have ignored it, but I happened to have some free time when I noticed it, so I investigated. Any guesses what the
tekanan
reading
air?
Very reasonable guesses. I've considered both of those as well.
Kayaknya walaupun kita jawab temperatur juga jawabannya tebakan bagus deh.
Ordinary. The temperature should vary with weather and climate changes, so for something that rarely shifts, the water pressure is more likely.
Mana yang bener
We ran a
temperatur
few
lagi
tests to
jawabannya.
increase the pressure from the outside.
Kita
but
kita
the
jawabnya
readings didn't
tekanan
change at all.
air.
Later on, a few more possibilities occurred to me, such as a potential connection with the prime. Over the past few days, the needle has moved again. With that and the
4
symptoms
minutes
that
setelah
Fremine
meninggalkan
displayed
benteng,
after
aku
leaving
dapat
the fortress,
menyimpulkan bahwa meteran
I
ini
can now
mengukur
confidently
tingkat
conclude that the
konsentrasi
readings
air dari
represent the
racun di
concentrate.
perairan sekitar.
Concentration of primordials.
And that is precisely the problem. We're at the bottom of
Sekeliling
the sea,
sudah
and
terkontaminasi
now we're
semua air
surrounded by
lautan
toxic
primordial,
seawater.
entah bagaimana cara
Somehow,
tercampur dengan air yang
primordial
biasa.
seawater got mixed in, and the concentrate. Yes.
But forget about the two of us. Not even Novelette knows where the primordials. Oh.
Seems like you figured it out. I believe the
sini ya?
primordial sea lies directly beneath this sluice gate. For some reason, the indicators are now red. Although the gate still stands, if this continues, soon it will no longer be able to. Yeah, you know what the legends say. If this place
Fontaine
falls,
akan
then
berubah
everyone
jadi
in
genangan
Fontaine
air
will
dan
be
waktu.
turned into.
But that's just too weird. Why would the fortress of Meripede be built right above a sluice gate for the primordial sea? Who built this place anyway?
Your expression tells me you think this might be part of a vast, complicated conspiracy. It's just that the secret of the Forbidden Zone had been long forgotten by the nation before I rediscovered it with. There's no single founder of the Fortress of Meripede in any traditional sense. Well, when the previous Hydro Archon, Egeria, ruled the land, all convicted criminals from Fontaine were exiled.
Oh, sebelum Vorina atau Vokalos itu ada Egeria. Ketika Archon Hydro terlebih dahulu, Egeria meminta bangsa ini semua pemerintah bangsa ini selama menjadi Fontaine dijatuhi hukuman pengasingan. Masyarakat mengusir para kriminal seperti serigala menghalau anggota kawanan mereka yang sudah diusir.
Criminals received no sympathy of any kind from the people. They were exiled to the desolate seaside, where they experienced only pain. Some of them began to repent and prayed to the Hydro Archon, asking
Menanyakan
if
apa
there
yang
was
bisa
still
dilakukan saat
anything they could
Archon
do.
mengasihani mereka dan berkata,
The Hydro
jagalah
Archon
rahasiaku
took pity on them and
yang
said,
tersembunyi di
"You may
bawah
go
deruk
guard my
ombak.
secret deep underneath." And so, leaning on the power of the Hydro
Mereka
Archon,
mengandalkan kuasa
they
laut dan
gathered
berhimpun
underneath
di
the sea
sel
and
laut,
began to
kemudian
build a
membangun sebuah
fortress.
benteng, dan akhirnya lahirlah komunitas yang tinggal di
And over the
kedalaman.
years, helped it to grow. As the number of exiles increased, more and more people joined the community. When the first
Ketika
group of
angkatan
exiles
pertama wafat,
died, they
benteng yang
left
belum
the yet
selesai dibangun itu
unfinished
pun
fortress
diwariskan
to
ke
their
penerus
success. The
mereka.
Hydro Archon continued to lend her support, allowing the fortress and what it stood for to continue growing ever
Benteng
larger.
gelap yang ada di dasar
Before long,
laut ini
this
pun
dark
menjadi rumah
underwater
satu-satunya
fortress
bagi para
became the
pelanggan.
sinners. And with that, the people here stopped referring to the
Mereka
fortress
melihat di
as a
sini
prison.
sebagai penjahat yang sudah
They saw
bertobat dan
themselves as
akan kembali
repenting
setelah bebas
sinners
dari dosa
who would,
mereka
but as
dengan
time
bumi.
went on, people also realized that the fortress was a lonely place. Once they had gotten used to life here, they could no longer feel. Once they had finished serving their sentences, some people left and some
Ya
others
sih,
chose
setelah
to stay.
kebiasaan mereka
They'd
yang ada
find
di
some
sini
idle
tiba-tiba
position and let their withered
dibawa
souls
keluar
fade
atau
away with the ancient
hidup di
secrets
luar
of
itu
the
juga
past.
pasti perlu penyesuaian juga. Mereka menyembunyikan diri dan bekerja dengan pekerjaan yang tidak ada artinya dan meninggalkan jiwa mereka terus bersama rahasia masalah.
After many, many centuries, few people still remember the reason for the fortress's founding. Now they just see it as an integral pillar of Fontaine. Now and again, researchers manage to break one law or another and live out their days in the fortress.
But now you know every part of that history is true.
Indeed. It's just as the prophecy says. If this gate fails, then everyone will be dissolved into the sea.
Neophyte bagusan di charge attack-nya kah? Iya, charge attack-nya itu bukan dari skill-nya kah? Atau itu bukan dari skill-nya ya charge attack-nya, tapi dari normal attack. Bener gak sih?
To be frank, not really. Prophecies are troublesome things. Just hearing one will create the first wave of panic. Let's go somewhere else.
Kasih lihat sesuatu. Apa?
This is it.
Your Grace, perfect timing. The results from our...
Wait, Jurier, he's not alone.
Huh? Lord...
No need to panic, you two.
What? After you warned us...
I'm skeptical as well.
The results speak for themselves, don't they?
All right then, if Your Grace insists.
They seem harmless enough, so I'll trust them for now.
Well, how about some reintroductions? This is Jurier, one of the highest-ranked researchers from the Fontaine Research Institute. Good. Saves me a bit of... Edwin's main areas of research were archaeum and gravimeters.
You want to blow up the fortress of Meripede?
Ah, what a lovely idea.
Gotta admit, untempted as.
Guys, focus! Focus!
That taskmaster over there is Miss Lorvine, and is also one of my
Ooh, are they together?
See, everyone keeps asking this question. Are you too sure you're not a couple? And
Your Grace!
Oh my
If I
god.
dated her, I'd officially be madder than Edwin.
Oh my god. Dituduh pacaran gak mau.
Jeez, forget I said anything. Follow me.
Okay, follow you. I follow you.
Whoa, there's another door that goes right up.
Your constant amazement makes it seem like the fortress can do anything.
Kamu dikit-dikit wow, dikit-dikit wih, kesannya benteng ini luar biasa ya. Emang gue pusing di sini muter-muter biru.
But Paimon really thinks everything's super cool.
Well, let's spice it up a bit. And here you go.
Wow.
What a huge ship!
Wow.
This is also a production zone that Paimon's never seen before.
How much do you know about Fontainian history? Well, then maybe you haven't heard the story of ancient Lemuria. To give you a quick rundown, according to legend, the Lemurian king Remus came to
Remus,
this
Raja
land
Lemuria,
after
datang ke
being
tanah ini
inspired
setelah
by
mendapatkan wujud dari
divine
dewata. Dia
revelation
bertemu dengan
and found the seer
Sibila.
Sibila, who had taken on the form of a golden bee.
Mereka naik ke
Taking the golden bee with him and riding
Fortuna.
a huge ship, the Fortuna, he called his nation Lemuria, and used the Fortuna to
Bangsa
incessantly
Lemuria.
search for new tribes and islands,
Fortuna
calling on them to
digunakan
join his
tanpa
empire.
henti untuk mencari suku-suku di pulau-pulau.
There's a ship in this story too?
Where there's water, there'll be ships. People believe that hope can always...
Do you believe that too?
To a point, I think. As you've already seen, I have a whole factory's worth of labor, materials, and so the moment I began to speculate that the primordial sea might lie underneath the gate...
Were you inspired by the legendary Fortuna?
Fortuna.
Maybe. Fontainians need something to hold on to cope with the impending disaster. Were the workers to find out the truth behind this ship, riots would destroy the fortress faster than any catastrophe.
Bahkan sebelum rencananya
As the
datang.
fortress's administrator, I'd never make such a reckless... Alright, that's enough talking for now. I'll need another 3... Seems like you're good.
Kembali.
I'll leave you here for now.
Oh!
No worries. But don't forget, it's up to you whether or not you want to share what you just saw. What you do...
Artinya pilihanku akan menentukan langkah kelompok lini selanjutnya. Dengan kata lain,
We'll put a lot of thought into it.
Great. I look forward...
selesai nih. Kita bakal kemana lagi? Ini di mana ya? Di sini kah? Ke mana sono ya? Oh iya. Kita nggak gunain apa-apa loh di sini dari tadi. Gue sebel loh, nggak gunain apa-apa di sini dari tadi. Gue nggak ngapa-ngapain dari sini dari cuman
Now you shall perish.
Dah. Lumayan kan ya? Dapat animasi kejutan gitu kayak ya. Au. Sekuen. Oh.
We're back!
Welcome back.
How can you be so much like Rise?
Huh. Actually, while I was sedated, I
Aku
could
tadi
still
bius
barely
sama-sama
hear
masih ingat
two
dengan kamu.
people talking next
Mereka
to me.
membahas tentang daun, air,
They were
sampai ke
discussing
peralatan minuman
Must have
juga.
been Risley and Siege.
Yeah, I heard one male voice.
I really can't make sense of...
So, Traveler, Paimon, were you able to...
Yeah, he explained everything.
Very well. Then, would you mind checking your answers against...
Yeah,
I took the...
Nobody else is around, and this...
All right, then I'll posit my theories. I asked myself 3 questions.
Aduh, jangan pakai tebak-tebakan lagi lah.
Why was Fremine affected by the primordial seawater? It was because he dove into...
Whoa!
That's our Lenny.
Secondly, Risley's
Oh, enggak dong,
attitude
enggak
changed
tebak-tebakan.
dramatically
Oke,
during the
makasih.
course. I spent quite a long time thinking about this. If he has been monitoring the... What's more, the fortress of Meropide is not part of... As long as the fortress doesn't do anything about Master Child's disappearance, Father can use it to pressure the Fontaine authorities. And while, if I had to guess, he probably has something that he's working on himself.
You're super smart!
Thanks so. If Risley does have a plan, what could it be? All I know for now is that, that can't be the full extent of what he's doing. There's probably a secret passageway behind the block in the infirmary, and there's something big in the fortress that most... I don't have enough information, so I have...
Oke.
The sea will engulf everyone.
Could Risley have wanted to meet Father to figure out a way to deal with this? If you remember, I once mentioned that Father sees the House of the Hearth as her base of operations, and she truly...
Or perhaps he didn't know and just wanted to bring Father over to his side?
Yeah, that makes sense to me. I understand the 2 of you have already aided us far too much. If you ever need anything else going forward, please come to the... Though you may not share the sentiment, after all that we've gone through together,
You have my gratitude.
Thank you for protecting Lenny when it really mattered. And thank you for sharing the secret.
Why are you being so formal all of a sudden? Paimon's hungry.
Oh,
Alright, then we'll catch you guys another time.
Another time. Aku akan melindungi kalian dengan kebijaksanaanku, jadi
Make yourselves at home.
jangan kemana-mana ya. Anjir lah, kubahnya Naida di sini bajir. Bagus banget tapi. Oh my god. Aduh. Gue nggak gunain skill sama sekali loh, BTW, soalnya dari tadi tuh cuma jalan-jalan doang. Gebuk-gebuknya apaan? Lo kemana sih? Ke bawah kah? Ke bawah ya? Bocil. Saking gabutnya jalan, iya loh. Makanannya sudah siap di kantin bersama.
Come on, let's go pick up ours as well.
Gak ada bers lagi tapi.
Traveler and Paimon, over here. Are you here for dinner too, Missy? And I'm taking the opportunity. Huh. You're right. What would you like to eat?
Mau makan apa? Makan kamu.
Yep, you can. I've already talked to our chef, Mr. Wolsey. It's all on me today, so you can get whatever you'd like.
Siap.
Me too. Don't forget. No problem.
Saya bilang kalau Wira sangat suka minuman itu.
So delicious. Paimon's so happy. Paimon went feeling full yet? How's the food? Delicious. I'm so glad to see you all so happy. Oh, Sijween, do you do this to help your patient? A bit of both, I suppose. I'm a Melusine, which means I'm very different from human beings. I must know what you're thinking. You're really good at taking care of people. Really? You're reminded of an... Oh, and what did you mean back in Risley's office? When you said... Oh, that. I just asked His Grace to look out for those children, especially that dot. Thankfully, Glorand is very strong and managed to save him in the nick of time. His Grace also sealed the pipes after Glorand left. But although the path was blocked, we still stationed some guards there to stop anyone. Oh, and I was keeping an eye on Mr. Linney as well. You were all super considerate and really thought everything through.
It's just what we do down here at the fortress. Oh, I really wish Monsieur Nerville would come down here more often too. I feel like he'd like it here. With all
Harusnya
that
Monsieur
mess and
Neville lebih
chaos.
sering main ke sini. Aku yakin dia lebih suka di sini, gelapnya, kacaunya, semuanya. What? Kok aneh ya? Iya sih, susah
Get a
banget.
good night's rest, you two.
Kita bakal tidur lagi kah? Nah, ide gua level 90. Kita harus tidur lagi ya. Kita harus naik lagi apa turun lagi ini? Turun deh kayaknya. Aduh, kemana sih? Ya Allah, sumpah ya, ini benteng bikin gue pusing. 7 keliling. Duh, berapa itu tadi layernya ya? Naik kah? Naik kah turun nih? Naik ya? Layernya tuh GG loh, masalahnya tuh layernya tuh. Tuh 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Gimana kagak layer 6 coba? Guys. Selamat naik turun, pinggang turun naik, pinggang turun naik ini mah. Kemana lagi? Ke sana? Capek anjir, gue pengen cepet-cepet kelarinnya di sini dah ah. Naida lari. Si gue aja pakai sepatu, masa Naida kagak dikasih sepatu ya? Siapa tahu nanti skinnya bakal dikasih sepatu, siapa tahu. Bentar deh, Naida tuh itu telapaknya ada tengah-tengahnya putih gitu kan? Iya kan? Iya ya, ada tengah-tengahnya putih gitu ya. Alas kakinya gitu putih terus ya, kagak ada coklat-coklatnya loh.
So much is happening. I'm super sleepy.
Ayo tidur mon, tidur mon.
Delicious.
Out of my way! Get out! What happened?
Huh?
Why is everyone running? No idea, but something must have happened. Stop asking!
Kenapa emang? Jam berapa guys? Jam 3 subuh ya? Udah, ayah tuh aja. Papa aja, papa. Papa yang maju. Papa yang maju, nak. No. Jangan Dede.
What happened? Why is everyone running around? Hey, what are you doing?
Gak ada yang ngasih tau lagi.
Explain, mate. Goodbye.
Hah?
Hey, wait! What's wrong with these people? They won't even talk.
They're here!
Itu mereka, maksudnya.
Oh, thank goodness!
Quisto and Laveroon, do you know what happened here?
We came here especially to inform you. Something seems to have... Laveroon was saying you two are new here and you don't have many friends, so you might slip through the cracks. Haven't you heard all the stories like that? An evacuation is successfully completed.
Wait, weren't you the one who brought that up? Why is it suddenly my...
Hey, shut up!
Okay, whatever. The point is, you should come with us. Yeah, he said to get as far away...
Oh no, it can't be that thing!
Whoa, wait, what? What? Hey!
We have to go find the Duke! You two just go and get out! Go on without us!
Hey! Be careful!
Attention, please evacuate upwards and outwards, upwards and outwards.
Sudah berada di tengah. Hah?
Topmost layer, then try to move as far outwards as possible.
Kita bakal kemana? Ke bawah ya?
Attention, please evacuate upwards and outwards, upwards and outwards. If you're already at the topmost layer, then try to move as far outwards as possible.
Tuh enak kan, seru kan kalau pakai dubbing bahasa Inggris tuh kayak gimana gitu loh. Kayak bener-bener kita ada di
Please evacuate upwards and outwards, upwards and outwards. If you're already at the topmost layer, then
keburu lah cepetan. Takut kenapa-napa nanti. Upward and outward. Ah, ke bawah. Kok tiba-tiba di sini?
They're here.
Just like I said.
Matanya Klorin bagus. What? Matanya Klorin bagus guys, kayak salfok lagi.
Be ready to run.
Siap-siap buat lari. Oh. Wah. Wah, itu air primordial kan? Waduh. Oh. Wow. Wah. Kagak bisa.
Three,
2, 1. Oh my god. This is why I love Chlorine. Inilah kenapa gue suka sama Chlorine gitu loh. Miro juga, wah GG.
This won't hold it for long. Find Neuvillette. Tell him the defenses are about to collapse.
Then what will happen to you?
Until he arrives, we're the last line of defense.
Oh. Wow, Chlorine bikin orang pengen gacak kamu dah.
How long do you think it'll hold?
I don't know.
That depends on us.
Elektro sama Pyro kalau jadi satu jadi apa, guys? Kita ke New Village ya? Wah, sumpah sih gigi sih itu. Chlorine, Miro. My shipper selanjutnya kah? Malam akhirnya lanjut Archon lagi ya.
Traveler, I need you to head to the Opera House immediately. Farina will soon be meeting with the knave there. You must protect Farina and make sure
Dan
she
pastikan
doesn't
dia
spend
tidak
too
terlalu
much
lama
time alone with her.
berdua dengan The Knave.
Will do. You have my sincerest gratitude.
Gue harus jaga si bocil lagi, Farina. Ya Allah. Ketemu bocil. Yuk, Cil. Bocil kebijaksanaan nih. Aku datang menjemput Farina. Mari kita berjalan ke sana. Aku datang menjaga Farina. Mari kita bertemu dengannya.
Look, there are a ton of Fatilian Palais Mermonia people over there. The knave is probably here already. We need to... Are you two the traveler in Paimon?
Yes.
Monsieur though I'm sure he's already explained, this should be a mostly cordial conversation, unlikely to give rise to violence. But it would be most appreciated if you could protect Lady Farina to the best of your abilities.
Protect Lady Farina. Mana? Oh, yang mau playable mungkin.
Oh, so you two are the honored guests Miss Farina mentioned.
Yes, me.
Of course, of course. How could they not attend a meeting such as this? I must always have 2 or more guests at my dessert table. Otherwise, the occasion would be too lonely and unbecoming of my station.
Overload. Mending jangan nyanyi deh kak.
It is my pleasure to make your acquaintance, traveler. I have heard much of your accomplishments. I am the Knave, one of the 11 Fatui Harbingers.
Dia nomor berapa sih? Fatui Harbinger nomor berapa sih dia? Ketiga kah? Keempat? Hai. Gue pengen gacha dia sih guys, cuman kayaknya ada yang lebih penting deh.
I've already prepared seats for you. Come, sit beside me.
Perhaps you two are unaware of how Miss Farina and I do things. You see, we actually recently agreed to get together for tea when we had the time.
Yes.
See this? This is a limited type of confectionery that Miss Farina simply adores. There are only...
Orang ramah itu harus diwaspadai loh, Min.
Traveler, what do you think of this cake?
That's good to hear. So what Child said was on the mark after all. You do share a taste in desserts with Farina and I.
Kenapa tiba-tiba ngomongin Abang Charles sih?
I wonder how he's doing.
Dia suka sama lo, Min ya emang ya bener ya?
You must have heard, right? He's suddenly gone missing. I'm really worried about his safety, you know.
Gue tuh nggak tahu ya matanya dia bisa didesain seperti itu tuh. Hoyoverse kepikiran apa gitu loh. Sampai matanya dia didesain kayak gini gitu. Tapi cantik. Beda dari yang lain gitu matanya maksudnya.
Since we're talking about him, I feel like I should
Tanda
ask
silang
something.
gitu loh maksudnya guys.
Is Marshall...
Oh, so you're also familiar with his aptitude for fighting, Miss Farina. Oh, right. I almost forgot. Child was subdued by Udex Nuvillette right in front of you.
Tapi jarang banget ya Hoyoverse itu memberikan karakter yang tertutup banget seperti ini. Apalagi dia adalah seorang mommy dan waifu ya kan. Mungkin ini dibilang waifu yang rock and roll. Kalau yang lainnya kan waifunya waifu ya kalian tahu sendiri lah ya seperti apa gitu. Cuman si The Knave nih kayaknya tertutup sekali.
Against ordinary people, my
ininya
colleague would
bagus sih
never be
belakang.
on the back foot.
Detail ininya
But
guys.
alas, he just never imagined he'd run into such a person. I must express my admiration for Monsieur Nuvillette.
Okay.
Coming from you, that's not surprising at all.
Kak coba lihat di Raiden tentang para Archon, kocak juga sih. Voice line-nya dia kah?
But I thought you would be happier to hear the news.
I want you, Farina. I want you.
Of course, but it's still a bit of a shame. You see, I would have been far happier had I received this news somewhat earlier, as you well know.
Tuh guys, yang gue suka dari dia tuh apa sih desainnya, matanya kayak gini tuh matanya seolah kayak mengintimidasi gitu loh. What the hell? Tapi sebenarnya daripada dia ya, gue mending ke Columbina sih. Columbina itu lebih desainnya, bajunya yang glamor kayak gitu, terus apanya penutup matanya yang ini itu lebih misterius sih.
Well, in any case, there's no need to worry.
Oh, and just...
Because we found out...
And where did he go after leaving the fortress?
Gue kagak tahu, Mon. Lu jangan banyak ngomong dah, Mon.
Well...
The fortress of Meripede lies deep beneath the waves, unless he pranced right up. Ah, that is good news at least. His sister Tonya sent a letter to
Adiknya
Fontaine
Tonya?
not too long ago. Since he was unfortunately unavailable,
Tonya siapa
I picked
lagi?
it up on his behalf.
Tonya Genshin, coba. Ah? dia nggak diceritain nggak, atau ada di ceritanya Child ya? Tonya. Jangan-jangan si itu lagi karakter B5 gratis Aloy. Mirip kan? Mirip kan itunya guys, apa? Rambutnya mirip kayak Aloy.
Do you have any idea how he usually writes back to his family?
Tonya sayang, surat ini
Dear
bikin
Tonya,
aku
your letter made
merasa
me feel like we were
masih di
still enjoying
Snezhnaya.
our time in Snezhnaya together. I'm currently admiring the scenery on the streets in front of the opera house.
Aduh.
Is it something like that?
Snezhnaya. Archonnya sih gue tertarik buat kaca. Tapi kalau Archonnya cewek lagi, Abah sama Fenty menang banget sih jadi Archon. Hai.
All letters tend to follow the same few formats anyway, right? As long as the contents are accurate. It does.
Hold on.
Oh.
The water in the teacup.
I suppose this is also a sign of things to come, Miss Farina.
Dia kan nakut-nakutin Furina gitu loh.
Huh? I don't quite understand what you're trying to say.
Have we entered into the next stage of the prophet?
Wah. Ganteng banget abang gua kan. Kalau suruh milih mah gue gak bakal milih sih, lebih tepatnya kalau kayak gini ceritanya dua-duanya aja ambil. Oh ini cantik dong, ganteng. Nah,
Sure you don't need a hand?
No.
Quite sure.
Cukup yakin.
Wow.
Oh my god, wow.
So, what's your secret, huh? Let me guess.
Gue gak punya secret
It's
bang.
just your sense of responsibility.
Gue gak punya ini bang.
Sounds about right.
Gue gak punya rahasia bang. Nevilet kayak menyembunyikan sesuatu hal deh. Gue ubah pikiran gue, Nevilet bagus daripada biru. Oke. Wah gila sih ini.
Day may come
Itu akan tiba saat nubuat terpenuhi.
and the waters burst forth. But it is not this day. This ancient power could easily obliterate an entire race. A tsunami of fury would
Tsunami
unleash endless
kemurkaan.
catastrophe.
Wow. Oh my god.
This
Wow.
sentence is too severe.
Hukuman ini terlalu berat.
Forgive me for overruling it.
Nolak apa ya dia ya? Maafkan aku karena aku apa tuh tadi anjir? Maafkan aku karena aku telah menolak.
All right. Seems like the problem inside has been suppressed.
Let me guess, we're safe for now.
Indeed.
Untuk saat ini.
I win this bet. You owe me a present.
Klorin di apit dua cowok kayak gini kakak minder kakak, kagak deg-deg kakak.
Very well. It was indeed just...
You made a bet?
We made a bet on the size of your entourage. Cloran thought you wouldn't come down.
I figured you would have at least brought a few people along for appearance's sake. It appears I underestimated just how confidential...
Shouldn't you have gotten used to confidential missions by now? That's just how the courts operate.
So what gift must the loser give? Tea?
Tea?
He already has tons of tea in his office. I'm thinking about a set of legal codices.
That wouldn't happen to be a dig at my lack of...
Well, I'm sure His Grace doesn't consider the fortress to be out...
I was under the impression the residents of a place like this...
That was...
Oke. Dia keluar ya?
You've still got some unfinished business to attend to in the over...
No need to stay here if you have a pressing matter. We all know you can't leave Palais Marmonia for long.
Thank you. I hope everything went smoothly with the Fatui Hub.
Oke. Pawangnya udah selesai. Kita balik ke Furina. Wah. Kalau bisa sih ambil Kazuha New Village sih. Kayaknya.
I must say, Miss Farina, as the Hydro Archon, I am sure you understand the exact meaning of the phenomenon we just witnessed. Or should I say, that...
Kamu tidak tahu apa-apa.
At this point, I don't think there's any more need to speak as diplomatic representatives. Allow me to speak to you now as just a
aku bicara
Fontaine.
sebagai warga Fontaine. Kamu tahu tentang lamaran itu dan tahu bahwa saat ini ramalan itu sedang dalam proses menjadi kenyataan.
Here you are, relaxing,
Tapi
drinking
kamu malah
tea and
bersantai.
eating desserts as if it's all nothing more than a few stray bugs in your garden. Do you really think that's acceptable?
You really faked it.
The prophecies hanging above our necks like a guillotine.
Dia mengintimidasi sih
Every
di
faction is
Genève
looking for a
nih.
way to either avert the disaster or save their own. Even the orphans of the House of the Hearth have devoted everything to saving their homeland.
Oh my god. Mengintimidasi beneran sih ini. Bahkan para yatim piatu The House of the Hearth mengusahakan segalanya agar tanah air mereka bisa selamat.
But you
But
It beggars
you...
belief just how nonchalant and carefree you have been.
Oh my
From
god.
the very beginning, you, the god Focalor, you have utterly failed to take action.
Dari awal Focalor sang dewa tidak bertindak, tidak melakukan apapun. Wow.
You're wrong. I've never ignored the prophecy, nor have I just been passing the time in self-indulgence. Retract your accusation and stop doubting the wisdom of the gods with such absurd conjectures.
Oh, dia bisa bijaksana juga ya.
I am not alone in my doubts, you know. All the children of Fontaine may be harboring the exact same thoughts right now.
Gue kagak sih, Bu. Cuman dia emang agak kocak aja nih anak.
Oh, great Hydro Archon. How are you going to save them? Save us? How are the people you've sworn to protect supposed to survive in a land that will soon disappear beneath the waves?
Wah.
I have
Aduh, Furina.
ways, and I've been working on them for all this time. Even if you look down upon me, you have no right to judge me.
Oh my god. Wah.
Fontaine will be saved. Even if I still cannot see the true future right now, as long as I continue on as I am.
Then I ask you, Miss Farina, just what have you been working on? Where can we see it, and what is it doing to help?
Ada Genève nih. Oh my god.
My machinations are just like the prophecy itself. They will only reveal themselves at the fated time.
I see. As a god, the proof of your labor always lies beyond prying mortal eyes. Allow me to be so bold as to ask another way. Would it be possible for you to tell us the parts of your plan that are not confidential? Such as...
An
Oh, that look in your eyes. Have you not even prepared one of those?
Oh my god.
The emergency response plan.
Then allow me to jog your memory. Miss Farina, what is the purpose of your oratrice mécanique d'analyse cardinal?
Oh my god. Dia juga bilang oratrice mécanique d'analyse cardinal. Seorang Genève kayaknya lebih enakan dia ngomong deh. Kita DJ-in aja ya sebenarnya guys ya. DJ-in omongannya si New Village dan juga si omongannya di Genève. Oratrix Mechanic Denalis Cardinal. Oh my god. Kalian lebih suka versinya siapa? Versinya Geneva atau versinya Neuvillette? Tulis di kolom komentar, tolong.
And what do you plan to do with the massive amounts of indemnitium?
The orators? It's just like it appears to be.
So you also
Itu saja
have
kamu tidak
no
tahu.
idea. If I'm not mistaken, someone's using it to prepare for something. But unfortunately,
Bukan
it
Nona
would seem that
Furina.
someone is not you, Miss Farina.
Oh,
I
penekanannya
first caught
is
wind of
not
this when Lady
you.
tried to investigate the oratrice in the opera house. You see, even just getting close to the core
Tertampar.
contaminated him with an extremely large amount. But even if that had nothing to do with you, then what could you possibly be working on, oh great Hydro Archon?
Oh, great Archon. What? Oh, great Hydro Archon.
Oh, right. I almost forgot. Udex Neuvillette is not at the tea party with him.
Yeah, yes, that's exactly.
Of course I will. Although, I must say, Miss Farina, you seem quite insecure without the Udex by your side.
Ludex.
Oh, very well. Let's stop that conversation here. There are still a few slices of cake left, so...
Ini sih bukan ngobrol sih ini.
Traveler, I heard that you were recently commissioned to handle a few matters on behalf of the Udex. Why don't you take an extra You too, Pop.
Thank you.
Oke. Oh, habis ya?
Oh, Paimon's super full. That cake was great.
Bentar. Malam Kak, hai, malam. Besok mau harus pulang berang laut. Menurut kalian, adakah game mobile saat ini yang lebih menarik dari Genshin? Belum ada sih menurutku, guys. PGR. Udah telat kakak, telat dari 2 jam Anda kayaknya. Selesai ini dulu bentar.
If it's on my tea table, it must be of the highest quality. Yeah.
You're welcome. I'm sure the cake also felt greatly honored to be featured at Miss Farina's table. And I was merely catering to Miss Farina's tastes. It is getting late. Why don't we call it?
Very well.
Mind seeing me off, traveler? We could use the opportunity to discuss child before.
Paimon's coming too.
Mana orangnya, katanya sudah dianterin. Dia hanya duluan, becir. Kebiasaan gue selalu ditinggal tahu. Mau ya jalan bareng gini loh. Berdampingan bersama. Loh. Gue salah ya? Keluar sana ya? Kenapa harus dari gedung operasi? Naida! Gak bisa naik anjir. Naida kan belum jalan di sini. Oh, Raiden kan juga belum gak bisa anjir. Lu gak lihat jadi sebelah sini cuman gue doang yang ada. Ini bisa didudukin gak sih? Oh, bisa loh. Oratrice Mechanic Denalis Cardinal. Go. Gue mau pakai Nahida tapi nggak jadi. Di mana bang? Sini ya. Oh iya. Bayangin ya, kalian punya rumah segede ini, bayangin. Bayangin aja dulu, siapa tahu jadi kenyataan.
I'm glad that you were willing to come with me. Of course, child was just an excuse.
That's what Paimon thought.
You lent your aid to the children of the House of the Hearth. As their father, I would like to express my gratitude. Do I look like an irresponsible father to you? The House of the Hearth is very important to me. You should know that I care deeply about my... That was all. Formal topics should be discussed in formal settings, and I know you just returned from the fortress of Meripede. Relax. I have no intention of trying to get anything out of you. Linny, Lynette, and Fremine are still...
They've all been working very hard and have always done all they can to fight back against anyone who...
You mean Wriothesley. He's a tricky one to deal with. It's unfortunate that Linny's so eager to prove himself. By the way, and you can just consider this a bit of idle gossip, but what's your impression of Farina?
Dia ngajak kita gosip dong.
You are outside of our disputes, and the freest person in all of Fontaine, able to move around most
Gue suka
easily.
matanya sumpah.
Allow me.
And that's everything that happened during the trial. Master Child was declared guilty and immediately...
Didn't he say he was coming here on vacation? Does he not feel an ounce of shame for... Forget it. He did give us an opportunity. I will be meeting someone shortly.
Do you require help with any...
No need. I will take... I need to meet with Farina, the Hydro Archon. She
Tapi
is at the
menariknya dia
heart
lebih
of
cocok disebut selebriti daripada Archon.
Oh, come over here, you little critter, you.
Oh, jadi dia udah mata-matain si Furina.
You dare to run from me? Stop right this instant!
My goal is just to discover the location of the Gnosis. But I didn't expect the chance to approach Farina to be handed to me on anything left unguarded is usually just bait. But no one will blame someone for taking the bait. After all, from the moment it was...
Ya. Cantik. Bukan cantik. Ini kenapa jadi kayak gini ya dianya ya?
It's just as I guessed in the second before
Katanya juga bakal ada perubahan kayak gini loh guys kalau dia nge-burst atau apa gitu.
In fact, this Archon doesn't seem like a god at all. And I sense that she's under some kind of...
Who are you? And what are you?
The fear in her pupils is genuine. So perhaps she's not bait after? I left the scene with ease.
Waduh.
Nobody came looking for me, and nobody could serve as a witness to my near assassination of Focalor. I suspect even Farina dares not mention this incident to anyone. Not long after, my informants confirmed what I had guessed. After returning to her quarters, Farina quietly cried alone. She was so scared that she could not sleep that night, nor could she even bring herself to eat her cake.
Habis Naida, Kazuha. Habis Kazuha, Furina.
There's no doubt that there's something wrong with her. I began to entertain the possibility that she is not the true Hydro Archon. Perhaps
Kalau dia bukan Hydro Archonnya sebenarnya, mungkin Index Lunavilet dia. Hah?
I have to find the Gnosis. If the Neuvillette hypothesis is correct, he is probably in possession of it.
Yes, Father.
My dear children, please.
News from the fortress of Meripede. Master Child has gone missing. On top...
Probably the handiwork of that rot.
I'm afraid so.
This is a good opportunity. The value of a harbinger is much higher than most would. Set up a meeting for me. I would like to meet the Hydro Archon and Udex. Oh, and I have an...
Yes, Father.
Tartaglia's disappearance was not part of
Tartaglia.
my plan, but I can use it to make a breakthrough. The initiative belongs to the House of the Hearth. My wish to investigate the fortress of Meripede.
Terus? Cutscene apa lagi nih? Kok air?
You should know the rest. Lenny's group is quite close to you. So, they...
You attacked the Hydro Archon?
It wouldn't mean anything, even if you shouted it from the rooftops. After all, even Farina herself is... I've now had 2 chances to enjoy tea with Farina.
Siapa sebenarnya yang memimpin Fontaine itu lebih rumit dari dugaan. Aku mulai curiga bahwa Archon Hydro yang asli itu Neuvillette, tapi sepertinya bukan juga.
I am a servant of Her Majesty the Tsaritsa. Over my years of service, I've learned how a real Archon conducts and carries themselves.
Aku adalah hamba yang mulia
Whether
Tsaritsa.
Neuvillette or Farina, neither fits the bill.
Setelah mengabdi selama bertahun-tahun, aku tahu bagaimana Archon asli bertindak dan membawa diri. Neuvillette dan Furina keduanya tidak masuk kriteria. Sulit membayangkan salah satu diri mereka sebagai Archon. Emang selama ini para Archon membawa diri kayak gimana ya? Gue kira aja dulu waktu pertama kali ketemu Fenty, gue kira dia bukan Archon malah. Terus kalau ketemu sama si Aba juga dulu gue kira bukan Archon gitu loh. Kalau Raiden ada sih, gue udah tahu spoiler kan dari kalian juga dia Archon gitu. Tapi Saritsa ini kayak gimana kepribadiannya, itu yang pengen gue tahu. Walaupun dia God of Love ya, tapi anak-anaknya bukan bukan love lagi anjir. Itu Fatui bukan love BTW. Aduh.
Of course, that is all just how I feel. Gut feelings. It is, however, quite amusing to me that after all
Aku
my
sadar
years
bahwa aku
working in
sama sekali tidak
intelligence
tahu
gathering,
menau mengenai identitas dewa
I've
yang
come to
berkuasa di
realize I
tanah
am at a
kelahiranku
complete
ini.
loss regarding the identity of the god of
Jadi
the
the
land
itu
of
dari
my birth.
Fontaine.
Don't you think Fontaine is quite intriguing? A catastrophe looms, yet many secrets have yet to rise to the surface.
Cukup.
It looks like Fontainians will have no choice but to save themselves.
Gue masih bingung sih kenapa Fatui itu lebih memilih meninggalkan negara asalnya mereka dan gabung ke Snesna ya. Padahal sebaik-baiknya rumah itu lebih baik negeri sendiri atau rumah sendiri ya gak sih?
Ultimately, though, one must survive in order to do anything else.
Mhm.
You don't need to commit to anything right now, of course. I have a feeling that the situation will continue to evolve. And as your name is often connected with noble deeds, I'm sure we will work together.
Si Lini belum tahu kapan diran ya? Belum kak. Mau ngepul Kak Put. Ya kan emang Archon Animus si Kajua. Gak gitu. Ini mungkin setuju apa sih gue Neo Villain?
He certainly returned quickly. You
Gitu dong.
Nevertheless, is it?
For now, yes. But this issue will prove quite thorny in the long term. Thank you for protecting Farina. To put it simply, I used my power to force back the primordial... So as expected, the knave has turned up the pressure on Farina. She's trying to feel her out, though I'm still unsure as to her motives.
Okay.
Permission granted.
Whoa. It can't be that you're the real Hydro Archon, right? You can't tell us? Then that's okay. We can talk about something else. We won't try to force you. You guys in Fontaine are super strange.
Gue herannya tuh kenapa ya orang-orang tuh bilang bahwasan di TikTok tuh kalau si Traveler tuh nggak ada gunanya banget di Fontaine. Sedangkan seenggaknya kita udah jagain Furina, habis itu panggil Neofiret untuk datang ke bawah benteng biar bisa bantuin si Wiro, Wiro. Gue panggilnya Wiro ya, si Wiro gitu loh. Dan juga yang lainnya, kenapa bisa bilang bahwasanya si Traveler dan juga Paimon tuh gak ada guna di Fontaine, gak kayak di regen-regen lainnya. Perasaan berguna deh.
If by the phrase "you guys" you are referring to Farina and I, then although I'm not sure just what you are trying to imply, I must clarify that I do not. I believe so. The fortress has a long and complex history, and now
bencana lain yang saya tiba aku meratapi keadaan saat ini. Nangis gak dia? Ini sebenarnya yang nangis siapa sih? Dia ya?
You may be closer to the truth than...
Oh? And what are you thinking? The dragon of... huh?
Please do not be so surprised.
Dia mau kemana?
My...
We were just guessing randomly.
Furina
We
mau kemana?
didn't guess right, did we?
You guessed correctly.
Right. There's still...
Please, go ahead.
Well, if you are dragon sovereign of then since Fontaine's prophecy is
None of the currently living dragon sovereign. They say that when the first usurper arrived on Tivat,
there are 7 elemental
the dragon sovereign of water who lived through that era perished alone. In any case, I believe I will not be able to do much.
Tiba-tiba
unless the
lenyap dan
Archon
kuasa
disappears
atas
and
alam yang
returns
dikembalikan
there. Given the
kepadaku.
status quo, however, I would recommend finding another.
Oh.
So even you can't solve.
I still have some urgent matters to attend to at my office. If you have any more questions...
Okay.
Please go right ahead. There's a place that Paimon... We'll see you another time.
Take care.
Ya. Nggak ngepost sih, cuman harusnya sih Line udah dapat rerun pertamanya. Kalau dibilang-bilang sih mungkin iya ya, soalnya karena kan dia karakter baru juga. Biasanya karakter baru tuh 4 bulan atau 5 bulanan tuh bakal rerun. Oke. Gue ngapain harus kembali ke penjara sih, Bu? Gue harus ngapain kembali ke penjara sih, Bu? Tuh penjara tuh, aduh pusing gue. Gue gak habis pikir sih harus ke penjara lagi. Aduh, mana itu 4-4-nya di bawah mana lagi? Mana? Gue jabanin sini. Pusing gue harus kembali ke sini terus kalau harus balik lagi. Dah ya, yuk. Jangan sampai lah kita balik lagi ke sini, tolong. Gue udah capek, tolong. Pusing gue muter-muter di sini guys, sumpah pusing gue.
Now guess.
Fatui ke-6
what suit
bannernya
will this
kapan nih?
next card
Fatui
be?
ke-6 tuh siapa ya? Gue lupa lagi.
A bare teeth.
Well, look who it is.
Traveler, Paimon.
Looks like you're recovering.
Oh, right.
Whoa, how did she react?
She told me that it was nothing. It was as if saving a life.
Ya
wasn't a
itulah
big
Florin.
She didn't want to stress you out, that's all. She's
Yeah.
Okay, but check this out. We went back to the
You meant father?
She said a few things that were, a bit hard to understand. And
Her attitude towards you is even better than what we'd imagined. You should believe her. She has her own way of doing things, and she'll do everything in her power to help those she considers close, which now might also include...
Father is very capable and also trustworthy.
Oh, Paimon just remembered that she thought Linny was a bit too proud as well. She's...
That does sound like something that father...
Hey!
Are you going to stay here for the night?
Looks like it.
Excellent. I will host a tea.
For real?
Host the tea
Another implies that you were already
pesta di
served some
penjara
delicious cake
begitu.
while you were up there. Well, next time, you're going to have tea and snack.
Oke, kita sudah selesai di sini ya. Habis itu kita bakal ke atas lagi. Ini BTW papahnya Nahida nih. Nahida. Ya. Untung bukan Loli Krayo ya. Ya. Kita kemana lagi sih, ke bawah kah? Hai si Gwen. Nah, ketemu kembaranmu nih. BTW nih. Lucu kan dia? Lucu tahu. Hi. Why you look me like that? Hi si Gwen. How are you?
Traveler, Paimon, you're back. Are you still doing all right? We're fine. A few people sustained... Of course.
Ya Allah,
We must
kepencet dong.
also thank you for the help you... How did Nervalet know that he... Monsieur Nervalet has strong resonance with the hydro element. When the water level rises, I ran into the bombshell bros while bandaging the injuries of the wounded.
They were mumbling. If you're not too pressed for time, just let me know if you
Enggak,
get a
enggak.
craving for any
Gua nggak mau
particular
tinggal
dish.
beberapa hari di sini,
So I
pusing
can have
kepala
Mr.
gua.
Walsey get your meals
Muter-muter
prepared.
sini, enggak.
And please feel free to visit the infirmary for a break. I'd like to take the opportunity to spend some more time
Otot wajah
observing your facial
kalian.
muscles as well. Your happy smiles are quite contagious, you know. They're so memorable, and I've missed them immensely while you were gone.
Senyuman bahagia kalian sangat mudah-mudah di dan membekas di ingatan. Dan aku kangen berat. Udah ya gitu doang ya. Kita bakal ke sana. Ayah. Ke Monsieur nanti aja lah. Terakhir. Kita ke sana dulu lah terakhir ya nanti. Ini ke siapa? Oh, kedua teman kita tadi. Halo. Hai, paman.
You guys are back.
You guys didn't get caught and thrown back down here, right?
Enggak.
Here I thought you'd managed to escape from jail during all the
All right. There's no need to get caught up in the details.
Hey, it wasn't just me.
I was also transferred to work in the kitchen a few days ago. Whenever he'd
Akhirnya
say that,
kita bisa
I'd tell him I'm
tebas-tebas di
sure
luar
they're
guys.
fine.
Nanti guys
Wherever
kalau
they
ini
are,
udah
they're
selesai ya
kicking back
Allah.
with drinks in hand and
Hey, there's nothing wrong with worrying about your prison pals, is there? I mean, considering how they always love listening to
Ibaratnya
all
harus
my
baca
gossip.
novel dari awal sampai akhir gitu loh.
These two. They sure are a lot warmer and friendlier than when Paimon.
Oh, well, if you say so. I'll be watching you to make sure you finish every last bite.
Oke, siap. Berarti terakhir ke kantornya Wiro ya. Gue bawa Raiden deh. Dia nggak tergoda dengan Raiden kah? Oh my god, dia nggak tergoda dengan Raiden kah? Raiden lebih cantik kayaknya daripada Chlorine. Pam. Pergi dulu, buyar. Masih ada capture akhirnya. Lihat voice line, ada lupa mulin orang. Voice line yang mana sih? Iya, nanti dulu. Ini kan baru, ini kan kita quest Archon dulu ya. Nanti dulu ya kalau udah selesai. Ibarat nih ya, selesaikan pekerjaan satu dulu baru ke pekerjaan yang lainnya. Itu yang dinamakan tanggung jawab. Oh bukan dong, gue kirain ke Neoville, ke Wiro, ternyata ke mereka berdua. Ya Allah, kita masa lampar pisan kepada NPC nih ceritanya.
Miss Sijween told me you still haven't eaten.
Yeah, I was...
That's no excuse for...
Lurvine, we're back!
Hello there. It's been quite the mess here.
And you? Are you still taking the secret?
Yep. That is...
It can be a bit annoying when there are lots of people in the infirmary.
I mean, the infirmary does make it easier for...
Oh yeah? Then why are you...
You two really are just using your job as a cover for your relationship, aren't you?
Not at all!
Oh my god. Kita kemana kah? Ke Wiro? Oh enggak ya. Ini kemana sih? Oh sini. Bukan juga sini. Bukan juga. Ya udahlah, ikutin aja lah. Ini kah keluar ya? Lebih tinggi. Oh ke Wiro ya? Wiro sama Chlorine? Mungkin bisa aja. Oke, bener. Hai bang.
Do my eyes deceive me, or did I just see two inmates come back after making...
We wanted to see how the fortress is doing. Is everything still alright?
We're fine, for the most part. Neuvillette came down and took...
If that's the case, why don't you just ask him to stay?
Oh, yeah, what a brilliant plan. Let's go convince the Udex himself to exchange the courts of Fontaine for a puddle of water in the middle of nowhere.
100%
He
juga.
came here in a hurry and left without even stopping for a cup of tea. He did remember to take Miss Sijween's gift with him, though.
He sure sounds...
Miss Chlorine has left as well. She also took her gift from Miss Si...
Were the gifts milkshake?
Neuvillette got the milkshake. Chlorine received lip...
Those aren't even...
Well, it's Neuvillette's own fault for making Sijween worried about his health by working so much.
Kesibukannya
But
tetap
besides
terlepas
that, our head
dari
nurse is
itu.
still
Suster
pretty
kepala
fond of
kita
picking out beauty
memang
products
suka
for the
sekali
ladies.
pilihan kosmetik.
Oh, and I have some gifts here for you as well.
Are these
Apakah
from
hadiahnya?
Nope, they're from you. You've already wrapped up your work at the fortress, so you can return to the surface at any time. You haven't yet served your full...
For real? Then we could stay here for a really long...
You may access the cafeteria. Just remember to come complete your paperwork once it's time for your release.
Jadi kita harus di sini terlebih dahulu ya bang ya. Bang, cantik mana bang? Gua sama Klorin cantik mana? Bang. Gak dijawab anjir. Ini bisa didudukin gak ya? Au. Oh bisa dong. Oh bisa loh. Bisa loh sambil mandangin Wiro ya. Aiden pulang dan. Au. Iya. Oh my god. Duk siapa bujir? Duk. Lari. Ya Allah, kembali dari istirahat kemes. Wow. Yuk. Berubah jadi bocil. Pam ke bawah. Pam naik. Pam ke bawah. Kalau gue lihat ya, Nahida ini hampir sama kayak Fatui Harbingers yang dia itu yang kayak kurcaci gitu loh guys kupingnya. Nah kupingnya Nahida ini juga mirip kan ya? Apakah Fatui Harbingers yang kayak kurcaci itu juga dari Sumeru? Cukup untuk dipertanyakan sih sebenarnya dia dari mana. Northland Bank. Gue penasaran sama yang tutup mata itu sih, yang cowok yang bilang Northland Bank.
We're back in our cell again. We're no longer prisoners though, so it really doesn't feel... Sure feels that way. But the truth is we... Huh? How did you know? Hey, that's not true! It's like... We've now gone to so many places together and become friends with so many people. There are so many bad things in the world, and we're just two people, but we've still been... You're counting Paimon today? Aren't you the only adventurer? Then let's ask Catherine to give Paimon an adventurer handbook as well. Just our thoughts making Paimon giddy. The last time we fell asleep here, we woke up to a whole mess outside ourselves.
Air rata-rata juga sudah nyaris sampai ke sini, ngeri juga.
We should be safe now, right? Alright then, good night to you, traveler.
Yeps. Good night, Paimon. Kita bakal ngimpi chat lagi kah? Biasanya kan setiap tidur kita ngimpi dia ya. Oh bener dong. Ini sebenarnya kenapa sih? Loh. Itu paus yang ini ya? Wah. Itu paus yang itu kan yang di trailernya Fontaine bersambung dan selesai. Oke. Quest Archon baru ya, yang ini di mana? Salah dong. Oh, ini bagian keempat, chapter 4 ke bagian keempat. Oke deh. Ini bakal kita lanjutkan besok by the way, karena ini juga udah malam, waktunya kalian tidur juga. Terima kasih bagi kalian yang udah mau nonton dari awal sampai akhir capture-nya yang capture-nya yang ada di Fontaine ini. Ya, capture yang ada di Fontaine ini. Dan selamat istirahat guys. By the way, gue mau coba untuk tuker yang di sini dulu. Apakah udah cukup ya? Ternyata kagak cukup ya. Tapi seenggaknya nggak apa-apa. Oke guys, sampai jumpa di next quest Archon. Gue bakal coba speedrun quest Archon terlebih dahulu sebelum gue selesain beberapa hal di seperti quest dunia dan lain sebagainya. Kita bakal quest Archon Hydro Archon terlebih dahulu karena gue takutnya nanti di Natlan kita nggak sempat untuk nge-speedrun Archon Natlan juga kalau dia rilis. So, by the way, terima kasih bagi kalian semua yang udah nonton video gua. Terima kasih sekali. Sampai jumpa di next live. Dan gue ingetin lagi bahwasanya hari Selasa dan juga hari Senin itu gue nggak bakal live. Gue bakal live lagi di hari Rabu dan juga seterusnya. Terima kasih atas dukungannya. Oh ya guys, gue juga mau kasih tahu kalian bahwasanya nanti di 300 subscriber, kalau emang udah menyentuh 300 subscriber, gue bakal berbagi satu welkin ke kalian. Gue masih bisa baginya tuh satu welkin aja. Jadi semoga kalian bisa bahagia dengan satu welkin itu nanti. Untuk peraturannya bakal gue kasih tahu di beberapa live gue di kemudian hari. Oke guys, sampai jumpa di next live. Terima kasih karena kalian udah mau temenin gue sampai larut malam untuk selesaiin Archon Quest ini. Sampai jumpa di next video. Dadah.